throughout the day and throughout the days, in fact. So Monday night, Tuesday, all day. And today is going to continue to be, today's going to be more of an ice day than yesterday was a snow day. So just keep in mind that if you don't have to get out, and I'm hoping everybody got all the water that they needed, we certainly wanted to make sure that you were able to shelter in place. And so Jason is giving me some information. Go ahead, Jay. Yeah, so we're really excited about, part of the reason why I came in this morning is so our own Martin Foss is going to get out in the field and go and kind of assess what's happening here in the parish. We're going to start with Houma and give you some updates here in downtown proper to let you know what's happened and what is happening. We want to let you know what things look like. You can tell behind me there's not nearly as much wind, but there's going to be some more wind today. It's going to get down into the teens, and I say into the teens. The car was showing 21 degrees this morning. It continues to be very, very cold. Here is a shot of Galliano letting you know, the phone here telling me with the weather app right now that it is 17 degrees. And just kind of want to let you know kind of what that wind chill is. You can see it's still very, very cold there in the parking lot down in Galliano. And so it's 14 degrees, guys. It's showing 17, but it feels like 14 degrees outside. So anytime we're in the teens, we know it's very, very cold. You can see that the ice and the snow have kind of come off of the bridge there, but there's snow on everything else. There are some avenues that you can drive. We can see that if somebody has kind of carved that path before you or driven that path before you, it's very helpful. I was very glad that I could follow in Martin's path in so many more ways than just in the car today. And I was actually able to drive into the parking lot at HTV today because someone had paved that path for me. Keep in mind, we've got emergency personnel that are doing that everywhere. Emergency personnel are driving those paths for you. You don't have to. So please don't feel like it's a day for a joyride. That's where accidents can lead. And so we just want to recommend everybody shelter in place. Turn on HTV, leave it on all day. We'll be giving you all of the things that you would want to go out and see. We're going to provide it to you today. We have our crew here doing that. Very glad for Jason, Dwayne in the field, Martin in the field. This is a shot of Barrow Street. And so again, I will tell you that you can't really see the road. You can't really see the lines. And the reason is because there's a layer of ice under that snow. So where you see that it looks dark, that is not the road. That is the ice that's covering the road. So again, we encourage everybody to stay in. As we pan over, you can see how beautiful the snow is. It is beautiful. Go and enjoy it in your neighborhood. Go and walk a little bit, but be careful because it is very icy. Again, you can see the back parking lots, the parking lot that I just drove in, and look at the snow on top of HTV right there. We know that people got multiple inches of snow. We are going to share all of that with you. We're going to bring you updates over the course of the day. So all of the data that we get in from Dwayne will be going to Martin, checking in with him. He will be riding with emergency personnel. We're excited about that today. Want to bring all of that to you as we continue with this Cajun Snow and Ice Day here, 2025. We'll bring it right back to you right here on HTV.
Start the new year with a great deal from Parker Mitsubishi. Drive home a new 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander and get 1.99% APR for 60 months. Or get $3,500 cash back at Parker Mitsubishi in Houma or shop online at parkermitsubishi.com.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin and Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin and Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin and Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0.9% APR on Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. Plus, get $2,500 allowance on this Sierra when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Start the new year with a great deal from Parker Mitsubishi. Drive home a new 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander and get 1.99% APR for 60 months. Or get $3,500 cash back at Parker Mitsubishi in Homa or shop online at parkermitsubishi.com.
Hello and welcome back to our continuing coverage of Cajun Snow Day, Cajun Ice Day today, here 2025, here in January, as we experience what is happening here in all of our South Louisiana viewing area, all up and down the Gulf Coast. Our call-in number, 985-879-1231. We see one of those large vehicles coming down the street. Here we take another shot down as we look at one of the floodgates. Where's this one at, Jay? Okay. Okay, gotcha. We're going to bring you lots of different information, guys, so just bear with us today. We're going to be kind of winging it, as we do when we need to bring you coverage of the events that happen in our area. Our call-in number, 985-879-1231. We'll take serious phone calls if you would like. I want to make sure that we're getting good, accurate information. We would like to hear from you. If there's some information you would like to share, we're glad to have it. It is early in the day on Wednesday, one day post all of the snow, as we received multiple inches, double-digit inches of snow in lots of areas. And again, those are unconfirmed reports, but we are glad to hear from you and hear any information you'd like to share with us. Very glad to do that here on HTV. For those people that have to get out, if there is no possible way for you to stay in, kind of want to go over some of the things that you just need to be aware of as we see a second vehicle now traveling, and very glad that people are heeding the importance of staying in. But if you have to get out, for example, emergency personnel, I know that one of my best friends had to bring his daughter to work. She didn't want to stay overnight, as our team did here. They didn't want to stay overnight at the hospital. She's a nurse, and she really needed to go in to cover her shift. And so at 6 o'clock yesterday morning, they brought her in to her shift. And so they drove very, very carefully. I got to speak with him about that, and it was a little difficult to be able to do. It was right before the snow really started falling heavily. And when we see here another emergency vehicle as they are out monitoring, making sure that we are taking care of what we need to. But again, first and foremost, avoid unnecessary travel. If you don't have to, don't get out. Secondly, really important to reduce your speed. I can tell you in 50, 55, 35, 45 mile an hour speed zones, I never went above 26 miles an hour from the lakes to HTV. And the reason is because there's ice under the snow. Even where you think there's a path and that you're driving on the road itself, you're not. You're driving on a thin, maybe a thick layer of ice. 2 occasions on the way in, I can tell you, there was several things that we needed to be careful of. My car slipped on the ice a little bit. We are very, very glad to have with us Captain Tia, who is with State Troop. Good morning, Trooper. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Good, and you?
We are very, very glad to have you on the line. We were going over some of the things that people need to be aware of. Let us know what's important for the public to know this morning.
So, as everyone knows, we had the weather come through yesterday, and it's gone now. But all that ice, all that snow, it did turn into ice overnight. So today, we really just want to urge everyone to avoid all travel while we assess these roadways and try to get them open. DOTD crews, troopers and DOTD crews will be working on the roadways, and unnecessary travel. We really don't need the extra vehicles on the roadway, so we really just want to urge everyone to stay home. Yesterday, there were probably just over 50 weather-related crashes.
Oh my!
And that was way more than we needed. You know, the troopers have to respond to them, so it's not safe for the public to drive, and putting our troopers and first responders in those situations to have to respond. We really want to avoid all of that. Try to avoid all of that today.
So today is really not the day to go out and observe. I'm asking everybody to just listen and watch HTV, listen for updates from you guys, and quite frankly, all of your team really needs to be about protecting those people that need to be out on the road, and more importantly, making sure that you guys are getting the road safe again. Y'all are working very closely with DOTD and all of the law enforcement, making sure that we're getting those roads passable for when it's necessary for people to be out. Is that correct?
Right, and so tune into HTV, tune into the local radio and news channels, our social media as well as DOTD's social media. We're posting updates, we're posting pictures, trying to keep everyone updated. I know everyone wants to see it. It's a thing that we don't see often. Everyone wants to see it, but we really just want everyone to see it from home, to stay safe, stay warm, and to stay off the roadways.
Yeah, we want to let you guys be able to do your job, and it's very important to be able to do that. And so can we talk about any road closures that we know of, any particular bridge closures or anything that we know, Captain Tia?
So right now, everything within the Troop C area. So your 90 is still going to be closed.
Gotcha.
Your roadways, all your roadways, really within the Troop C area, high rises and bridges are still going to be closed within the Troop C area, along with DOTD's website and social media. 511la.org also has all the road closures statewide, of course, if anyone's looking for anything across the state. But for the most part, all of your interstates and US 90 is still going to be closed in the Troop C area.
Gotcha. So we really want to make sure that people are heeding the warnings that you can't go over any bridges. You really just shouldn't be out there. We want to really let state police do their job, which they do so very well and so efficiently, to be able to take care of what we need, to be able to take care of the roadways with DOTD. And we'll look forward to updates. Again, if you want updates, you can always go to their Facebook and social media. And then if, in fact, you identify something hazardous or some problem on the roadway, you can do star 577 from your cell phone, or you can contact local law enforcement. Captain T, we thank you so much for what you're doing, and everybody with Troop C. We appreciate it very, very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in. And again, Captain T there with State Police, the Public Information Officer for State Police here at Troop C. Very, very glad to always have updates from them and the information. Again, heed the warning, stay in, and we'll bring everything to you right here on HTV.
South Louisiana Bank, we're great at banking, but we're great at a lot of other stuff too.
Is that a new rod and reel?
Hey, a girl's got a fish.
We care about the community we live in and the people we serve. We're not just like you. We are you.
Are you boiling crawfish?
No, just letting them soak.
We're proud to be here and work for the place and the people we love. South Louisiana Bank. It's in the name.
Thrive in 2025 with a New Year deal from Terrebonne Ford. Choose from one of South Louisiana's largest inventories of new Fords. Take $15,000 off a new Expedition. So come get your New Year's deal at Terrebonne Ford, because Terrebonne Ford delivers.
It happens just once each year, and it's now in progress at Louis Mohana Furniture. It's not just select specials. Wall-to-wall midwinter clearance price reductions are clearly marked on every item in every department. Save 50% off select Stearns & Foster, Spring Air, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic bedding. Save up to 76% off in their clearance center. New furniture, mattress sets, accessories, area rugs, outdoor furniture, nothing's held back. Plus, interest-free financing's available. It's happening now. The wall-to-wall midwinter clearance at Louis Mohana Furniture in Berg.
Hello and welcome back to our coverage, our ongoing coverage of Cajun Snow Day here. Your host, Keith Whiteside with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad that you are joining us. Very glad you're staying at home. Maybe get a nice hot cup of coffee, put on some warm clothes, have a seat, relax, enjoy HTV as we bring you coverage of the snow. As the snow covered our area on yesterday, we were able to cover it. We're going to bring you all of those shots. We're going to bring you all of the information, lots of drone coverage. We've got our team out in the field. Very glad Dwayne is out covering some of the bayou areas. Our own Martin Falls is going to be out with emergency personnel, giving you lots of information and coverage. So we're going to get all of that to you. We have a couple of reports about lower water pressure. We're going to bring you that as soon as we can. We're going to get Mike. Mike on the line with us as soon as we can so that we can give you some more information about that, Mike. So who is with the Consolidated Waterworks District, and want to bring all that information. Just want you to know that it is treacherous weather out there. Don't think that because the snow stopped, and listen, I know this was this light snow, and I had to go out several times. My wife's car sitting in the driveway, and it had layer and layer of snow on it, but I can tell you exactly what happened when we pulled that snow off. There's a couple of layers of ice. That is what's happening everywhere. Captain T was telling us that with the Troop C, the public information officer. The snow has turned to ice, and it is still freezing. It's in the teens out there. The wind chill's around 14 degrees right now. And so looking at this shot here on the south side of HTV on Barrow Street, I don't want you to think that those dark areas that you don't see where there's white, there's the darker area. I don't want you to think that's the road, because it's not. That's ice. And so it's very important to know that the ice is now here covering our roadways. It's on anywhere that you don't see the ground itself or the cement itself or the asphalt itself. There's a layer of ice. And so knowing that when you're walking, knowing that when you get out, I can tell you, just trying to create a path, as I mentioned earlier, create a path for my dogs to find some grass, just going to get some grass. Very, very slippery on the edge where that water kind of meets the snow. There's typically some ice there. And so we just want everybody to be very, very careful. Go and enjoy the snow. It's still there. Go and enjoy the snow at your house. Very enjoyable. I can tell you, friends and family all over South Louisiana, all the way over towards Florida. You know, South Florida got snow, and still getting a little bit of snow through the evening hours last night. It was exciting. This is something that doesn't rarely ever happens. We'll get some of that information about how long it's been since we've gotten some of that. But just so you know, go and enjoy that. Don't get out on the roads. And so I will tell you, it was very difficult. I reached out to Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office to talk with them about getting here, just to make sure I was making a plan. So I want you to be able to do the same. If you are part of emergency personnel and you have to get out, please avoid unnecessary travel first. Reduce your speed and allow extra time. It took me 4 times the normal amount of time it would normally take me to get here. 4 times. And the reason is because I was driving very slowly. Mentioned earlier, slipped twice, meaning the car started to slide a little bit. Thank God I was doing 10 or 11 miles an hour, able to control the vehicle that way. It's not a time to go out joyriding. I promise you, it is not a joy to drive and ride in this. Be careful. So again, the other thing, if in fact there are other vehicles, if you have another vehicle near you, just avoid distance between them. You just don't know what they may experience in their speeding up or slowing down, or what your vehicle will experience speeding up or slowing down. Do not use cruise control. Do not use cruise control when you're driving wet or icy conditions. Some of the other cold weather updates, roads and bridges, want to let you know LA 315 Bayou Du Large Bridge is closed from Concord Bypass Road to the Houma Navigational Bridge due to the winter weather. Again, want to make sure that you know LA 315 is closed. And so if you live in that area, don't drive on it. Why? It's closed. Don't go around barricades. Those roads that are closed for a reason. And I will tell you, just coming up 311, coming through Barrow Street, you cannot tell where the edge of the road is. You can't tell where that road meets a ditch. And so there's too much snow. The snow's not been able to be cleared. The ice has not been able to be cleared. All of law enforcement, DOTD, state troopers, they're just going to do that first thing this morning. And you're right, the sun is shining. It's beautiful. But don't think the sun is bringing a whole lot of heat. It is 14 degrees outside. That's what it feels like, 14 degrees. Weather Channel's telling us it's really 17, but it feels like 14. So, again, when you're in the teens, it's important to be able to stay off, all right? So stay off the road. Speaking of who's staying on, very glad to have with us. Welcome back to the program, Sheriff Tim Saunier. Sheriff Saunier, thanks for joining us this morning.
Hey, good morning, Keith. How are you?
I'm doing very well, my friend. How did you guys fare overnight with the snow?
Well, everything's well, this morning I've been on the hook with all my shift commanders.
Yep.
Looks like the snow, I was a little concerned, some of that slush yesterday, see if it was going to harden, and it looks like it's still kind of crunching up. So it's still bearable out there, but it's still dangerous. We're watching the temperature is going to rise, say about 38. I don't think it's going to be enough to start melting the snow, but it's going to refreeze tonight, and tomorrow it's going to start to warm up. So I think we're going to hopefully start seeing some grass tomorrow. And but the concern is if it freezes again, what it's going to form. So we're closely monitoring the roads, and that's what we're doing, and make sure till we get the community back so where people can be safe out there.
Yeah, and we want people just to stay off the roadway. Let you guys do your job. You know.
Yes, I mean, look, I understand businesses. Some of them might have to be open or go check their businesses, and we're definitely not stopping people from doing those particular things because I understand the importance of that.
Right.
Everybody's, we got to protect our businesses because when things get back to normal, we want them open back up so people have services that they need. So we're not hampering any of that, but for anybody that's got to be on the road, and like I said yesterday, if they're concerned of a loved one, you give us a call, 985-876-2500. We don't have a problem going welfare check on family members if they can't get a hold of them by phone. And we've done that yesterday all day. And we still offer that because I prefer people not to be on the road. I have trucks that are 4-wheel drive that they can get out there and do those things. And we're doing those things, but we ask people just stay off the road so we know it's safe for everyone because we don't want to be bogged down with people in a ditch or getting into accidents when we're out here trying to, help keep everything under control.
Yeah, and so, Tim, I can tell you, Captain T was telling us was Troop C, about 50 different accidents yesterday, and quite frankly, it should have been a whole lot less because we should have had a whole lot less people on the road, and we're just not really well equipped to drive in ice and snow.
No, look, hurricanes are one thing, but this here, I don't think we expected a blizzard in Terrebonne Parish, but to my understanding, we got pretty close to a record in 1899, where I think they had 16 inches of snow in Terrebonne Parish. And I want to say I don't think we got to 16 inches, but we were pretty close.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. We measured several inches in lots of different places. I know your team is out and about and has done so. We appreciate very much them doing that. I can tell you, I reached out to our contact at, Blake Tabor and communicated with him through the sheriff's office, just making sure whatever it is that I needed to do to maintain my safety and to communicate with you guys about travel.
Yes, sir.
We want them to do the same thing, right? If there's something that you need, you gave out the number 985-876-2500. If you're worried about a family member, don't get out and go check on them. Let's let the sheriff's office do that for you.
And we're doing that, and we'll continue to do that. We just don't want people on the road. We've had several calls yesterday, and they call. We send them to go check on the family members and either contact them or have them contact them, and just so we don't need to get people on the road. I mean, everybody's concerned about their family, and I get it, but we'll do the checks for them so we can keep them off the roads.
We appreciate it very much. We're looking at footage from the parish, and my gosh, Tim, there's a whole lot of ice underneath this snow, even on the roadways. There's ice on most every roadway that we have, and it's just very often it's going to be very difficult for people. We want to let the professionals, you and your team, handle that with driving and making sure that we're keeping everybody safe. Sheriff, we appreciate it so very much. Appreciate all the updates. Right. Glad to have those from you. Anything you've got in updates for us, you or your team, please let us know.
I sure will. I'll probably be talking to y'all some more this afternoon as we get more updates. But
we appreciate that so much.
Stay warm, sir.
We sure will. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
And again, Sheriff Tim Saunier here, Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. Very glad to have the sheriff being able to do that, communicate with us. As he mentioned, if in fact there's someone you're concerned about, you can always call us, 985-879-1231, or you can reach out directly to the sheriff's office. They have someone, of course, dispatch always standing by, 985-876-2500, that direct number to Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. And guys, we appreciate you. We appreciate you paying attention. We're going to bring you lots of footage. We're going to show you our beautiful winter wonderland that is Terrebonne and the surrounding parishes, what that looks like as we bring you coverage today here on HTV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
At Terrebonne General Multi-Specialty Clinic, we're dedicated to your well-being. Our expert team of healthcare professionals offers convenient, comprehensive medical care in one trusted location. Whether you're dealing with common illnesses like cold and flu, diabetes, breathing issues, or need help managing your health, our caring and knowledgeable staff are here to treat your symptoms. Call 985-873-4729 or visit tghealthsystem.com to schedule your same or next day appointment.
A new company with a lot of history. GIS Engineering has rapidly grown its brand around an experienced team of professionals. GIS Engineering is a full-service planning, engineering, procurement, and construction management company specializing in coastal protection and restoration, upstream and downstream industrial, and transportation infrastructure projects. Putting people first, GIS Engineering, a new company with a lot of history. There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0.9% APR on Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. Plus, get $2,500 allowance on this Sierra when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
It all began in 1935, a new era in telecommunications, right here in Southeast Louisiana, born from the ambitions of several local families, with a clear vision and outlook focused on the future, connecting people from across 10 parishes, one business at a time, powering an internet superhighway from the bayou to the river, built to deliver the speed and reliability every customer needs. We're Rev Business, 90 years of building connections.
Thrive in 2025 with a New Year deal from Terrebonne Ford. Choose from one of South Louisiana's largest inventories of new Fords. Take $12,000 off a new F-150. So come get your New Year's deal at Terrebonne Ford, because Terrebonne Ford delivers.
Sea-Level Construction is a heavy civil contractor that provides turnkey services for the industrial and marine industries. From building large-scale infrastructure to installing the foundation for expansion projects, Sea-Level and its family of companies offer a wide range of capabilities including driven piles, drilled deep foundations, structural fabrication, structural concrete, marine construction, barge maintenance and repair, site work development, heavy equipment repair services, and electrical services. Call Sea-Level Construction to set the foundations for your next big project.
Located at 5004 Imperial Drive in Houma, April and Iris is a must-see for those looking for exquisite home decor and gifts. Owned by April Boudreau, along with her talented design team, there is no lack of detail to enhance your shopping experience. April and Iris has all your decor needs.
Come in today and let us help you complete your design vision. It's what we do.
April and Iris, Homa's newest home interior and gift store, where decor and inspiration meet and fulfill all your design needs.
Terrebonne Parish School District is now hiring bus drivers. A valid CDL is required. If you don't have a CDL, we will train you. You must be able to pass a medical health exam and a drug test. Salary range is $19,253 to $29,859. Benefits include free health insurance and retirement. Contact the TPSB Transportation Office at 985-876-7400. Sea-Level Construction is a heavy civil contractor that provides turnkey services for the industrial and marine industries. From building large-scale infrastructure to installing the foundation for expansion projects, Sea-Level and its family of companies offer a wide range of capabilities including driven piles, drilled deep foundations, structural fabrication, structural concrete, marine construction, barge maintenance and repair, site work development, heavy equipment repair services, and electrical services. Call Sea-Level Construction to set the foundations for your next big project.
Led by a 7-member commission, the Terrebonne Port was created to assist our local industry in promoting economic development. We monitor government regulations that affect our local industry and work with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to secure maintenance dredging funds. Because the HNC is the main artery for the heartbeat of Terrebonne's economy, Terrebonne Port fights a constant battle for funding to maintain the federally authorized navigable depth. We are now leasing waterfront and non-waterfront property. Terrebonne Port Commission, serving our industry to keep Terrebonne thriving.
Hello and welcome back to our continuing coverage of Cajun Snow Day 2025 as we come into the ice day the following day. Our call-in number there, 985-879-1231. HTV here bringing you all of the information as we get it. Again, your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care, who is very focused on making sure that their patients are staying safe. And so to all of our patients out there, to any of those homebound patients, we have access to get to you in an emergency. You need to let us know those things. We would be glad to help take care of whatever may be needed. We just have Sheriff Tim Saunier here with us in the last segment, just letting us know that if there's some people you're worried about, if you're worried about your family, you can reach out to them by phone. And if you need to have them checked on, one of our local sheriff's office vehicles, one of those trucks passing there, right there on Main Street, can do that for you and for us. They can do it much more safely than we can. They're trained, actually, in driving in all types of weather. Most of us, self-included, not very well trained in driving in the snow and ice. And the snow yesterday has left ice today. More importantly, just because you see things, ice, you can't really see because it's clear. When it's black like that, when you can't tell, it may be black ice. Black ice can be very, very dangerous to drive on. A recommendation by a clinician, a therapist in New Orleans. Carrie, I thank her for that information. Just a reminder, another safety reminder, just to let you know, if in fact your vehicle was outside and stayed outside and had all of this ice and snow on it, if you go to want to take care of your car, right? You're not going to leave, you're not going to go anywhere, but it's right there in your driveway. Just be mindful to not turn your windshield wipers on. Very often they will freeze on the outside on your and near your windshield, and you can often break. I want to get this right to make sure what can happen for that. Just a service warning about that is that if you try to attempt to use your wipers, they are likely frozen in place. They can break at the pivot point, or the windshield can crack. Again, the other thing is do not pour hot water onto your windshield wiper or onto your vehicle. That hot water is too different of a temperature from what we know your vehicle is experiencing 14-degree temperature right now. And if it's got ice and snow on it with 14 degrees and you pour something with 80, 90, 100 degrees of temperature, then that difference in temperature can crack your windshield, and it can certainly break your windshield wipers. Just be smart. And like I told my wife, let the nature do its job. Nature will get rid of the ice and the snow all on its own. This sun that's come out, as Captain Tia told us and Sheriff Tim Saunier told us, the sun's out. It's still very much below freezing. In fact, it is halfway between freezing and 0. 14 degrees right now. So again, be safe, be smart, do some of the smart things. Again, some of those things for people that have to be out on the road. Bobby and Angie had to do that on yesterday morning. I had to do it this morning. Anticipate stops, such as stop signs, traffic signals. Brake gently when stopping. Never want to slam on your brakes. It's really, really important that the black ice may be there and you can't see it. Again, that is not the road. That is ice on top of the road. All of our roadways have ice on them, all of them. A lot of them are still shut down. As Captain Tia shared with us, Highway 90 is closed. There's a reason. All of the elevated bridges are closed. There's a reason. Those closed at 4 a.m. yesterday. Closed at 4 a.m. on the 21st. Very important day, by the way, the 21st, our snow day. My wife ordered a winter wonderland for our anniversary. And so yesterday was a wonderful anniversary for us. We got to spend it together as she worked remotely, and I got to take care of the dogs and take care of the house and take care of the things that we needed to do as I was unable to work because it didn't make sense to get out in this weather. Again, our call-in number 985-879-1231, going through some of the things that we need to be aware of. If, in fact, we are going to drive, need to be aware and take care of this. Be aware, ice is difficult to see. As we got mentioned, that information from Kerry, black ice especially is very difficult to see. Even in the areas, I will tell you, just the short drive that I took, about 10 miles, in that 10-mile drive, there was probably 5 or 6 sections where it was completely shaded. The sun had not gotten to it at all. That had not melted at all. And I was following, again, in the roadway that someone else had traveled. I was not the first traveler. I was not traveling the road that no one traveled. It was less traveled, but as the one that I was on, I was already following in those tracks. So the snow had been broken through. The ice wasn't. And I know that there was ice there. Ice was present. You want to watch for vehicles on the road, especially first responders who are going to be moving slowly. DOTD is probably moving even slower. And the reason is because those vehicles, they're responsible for road closures. They're responsible for making sure that things are passable or not. And they're assessing. Our whole emergency team is out assessing what's happening in our area. So it's important for you to be able to do a better assessment at home. If you don't need to leave, don't. Those cans of soup and cans of chili that we've had in the pantry, use them. That's what they're there for. Today, snow day, ice day, stay in. Today is a day to really be able to take care of your family and let our emergency personnel take care of us. They do a great job of doing that. We need to let them. And again, be smart. Windshield wipers, leave them off. If you're going to put any water on your car, make sure that it is warmer. And in fact, I'll share with you a video a little later about what boiling water can look like in the atmosphere yesterday. We'll share that information. We'll do all of that. We'll take your calls as well at 985-879-1231. We are here for you here at HTV. Don't go anywhere. Coverage our Cajun Snow Day continues.
Sea-Level Construction is a heavy civil contractor that provides turnkey services for the industrial and marine industries. From building large-scale infrastructure to installing the foundation for expansion projects, Sea-Level and its family of companies offer a wide range of capabilities including driven piles, drilled deep foundations, structural fabrication, structural concrete, marine construction, barge maintenance and repair, site work development, heavy equipment repair services, and electrical services. Call Sea-Level Construction to set the foundations for your next big project.
A new company with a lot of history. GIS Engineering has rapidly grown its brand around an experienced team of professionals. GIS Engineering is a full-service planning, engineering, procurement, and construction management company specializing in coastal protection and restoration, upstream and downstream industrial, and transportation infrastructure projects. Putting people first, GIS Engineering, a new company with a lot of history.
Located at 5004 Imperial Drive in Houma, April and Iris is a must-see for those looking for exquisite home decor and gifts. Owned by April Boudreau, along with her talented design team, there is no lack of detail to enhance your shopping experience. April and Iris has all your decor needs.
Come in today and let us help you complete your design vision. It's what we do.
April and Iris, Homa's newest home interior and gift store, where decor and inspiration meet and fulfill all your design needs.
In South Louisiana, storms are a way of life. Every storm poses a different threat, whether from flooding or hurricane-force winds. At All South Consulting Engineers, we help protect our people from these disasters. Before a storm, we work with our leaders to prevent catastrophic damage. After the storm, we help get the resources needed for rebuilding. We have helped our cities, parishes, and school boards recover over $2 billion to rebuild our community. We'll be here for the next one.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our Alford team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
A new company with a lot of history, GIS Engineering has rapidly grown its brand around an experienced team of professionals. GIS Engineering is a full-service planning, engineering, procurement, and construction management company specializing in coastal protection and restoration, upstream and downstream industrial, and transportation infrastructure projects. Putting people first, GIS Engineering, a new company with a lot of history.
Hello and welcome back to our live ongoing coverage of Cajun Snow Day as we turn into Ice Day. Call-in number there, 985-879-1231. Your host today, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care, as our team here is kind of scattered, and we are trying to get coverage to and for you everywhere around our area. We'll be bringing in drone coverage. We'll be bringing in live footage. We'll be sharing all that with you. We'll be showing you all of the things that we experienced and learned from yesterday. But right now, we got a caller on the line. We're going to go to it. Good morning. You're live with HTV.
Yes, good morning. How are you this morning?
Doing very well. Thank you so much. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to?
This is Tony Dugas.
Hey, Tony. I'm to understand you had a question? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm calling. I see where there's New Orleans and Jefferson Parish. They're getting snow plows and everything. And I know this is a historical event. You know, I can't remember. I remember when I was a kid, we had a lot of snow.
1984.
Off of Wallace Street, but nothing like this.
No.
I can't remember in my lifetime. So
right.
I was wondering, do you know or have you heard of any plans in work for the parish, the city? I live downtown Houma, so to do something for the roads and streets locally.
Well, I do know that right now there's a plan being made with both Troop C, with Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, and with DOTD. So they have a plan in place. They haven't shared with us specifically what that is, but they are working on making improvements to the roadways. I think it's very difficult to do while there's this ice that we're expecting to maintain itself.
Right.
So I will tell you that if you want to stay tuned, we will be glad to bring you those updates. If I get Jason will get with me, and we'll try and find some updates to what that plan is and maybe share that. But what we know right now is that we're asking everybody to stay off the roads. There's a great deal of ice and black ice on the road, and so we want to make sure that people are doing that.
My car's not going on the road. No, not in this.
So several of my colleagues did the same thing. They were teasing, "Oh, I've been on the road all day." Then they sent a picture of their vehicle that was covered in snow. They're very much doing exactly what's being heated. But yeah, I think it's a good idea to. Go ahead.
I think they said around noon it's going to be above freezing for a few hours until about 5. So I need to go. My car is parked in the back of my apartment, so I have to go and get some, try to get some of the snow off of it.
Right.
And start it up and let it run for a while. So, make sure everything's okay.
Couple of recommendations.
Still got snow on it.
Yeah, you can look. That snow ought to be able to be pushed off pretty easily. That snow is pretty light, but there's gonna be a layer of ice.
Like a powdery snow.
Yeah, very powdery. It's not that thick, sticking snow. But once it comes off, you need to know there's gonna be ice underneath that.
Right.
So no real hot water. Don't want to change those temperatures too much.
No.
Please don't turn on your windshield wipers. Is the other thing.
No, don't turn them on. No.
Right. So some great recommendations from people who have done that, who've lived in the snow.
And go ahead. I didn't think about this, about my windshield wipers with the storm coming. I did not think of this at all, but some people had the understanding to flip their wipers forward.
Yep. Lift them up. Right.
And stay off of the windshield.
Yep.
Before all this started. And I never thought about that.
Yeah, and listen, I can tell you. Yeah, I saw several emergency vehicles who had that.
Yeah.
And 2 different trucks for the sheriff's office that had that. In the coverage from HTV on yesterday, I saw that. So you're exactly right.
Right.
Next time, I'm going to think of that do that with whatever vehicle's out,
too,
right?
Because I don't know if they're still salvageable or if I have to purchase some more or whatever. But I do want to try and start my car. And there's a lot
just
of
go
snow
start
on
it.
the
Make sure it
hood.
runs in case of an emergency. Otherwise, you're doing great. Stay in that apartment. Stay nice and warm and cozy, and we'll give you updates on how things are going downtown here in Houma.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. We appreciate the call.
For all that y'all thanks for all that y'all are doing. Be safe.
We appreciate it. Thank you, sir. All right, we got another caller on the line. We're going to go back to it. Hello, you're live with HTV.
Hey, Keith?
Yes.
Hey, it's Chief. How's it going?
Hey, Chief, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Appreciate you calling in. How are things going?
It's going good. We have a lot of officers out in the area. You'll see them with the emergency lights on, just trying to keep the traffic that is out on the road to a minimum, and just keep them slowed down more than normal.
Right. We've been giving out those recommendations. If, in fact, people have to get out there, please go slowly. Please try to stay away from other vehicles as much as you can. And then, making sure that, because we're not used to driving in this, but I know your team is well trained in being able to do that and manage where people are and what they're doing.
Yeah, and they're doing a really good adapting. This much snow is not something that we've ever seen before.
Right.
It's exciting and challenging at the same time. But tell you what, we appreciate the cooperation from the community right now, because it's truly making a difference in how we're able to move around and respond to calls.
Yeah, I can tell you between 7:30 and 8 o'clock this morning, I saw 3 emergency vehicles, part of our team, emergency team, and only 3 other vehicles. I was very, very happy to see that. Yeah. And then again, we have just an ambulance that passed by, and we need to be able to let you guys do your job. We need to let y'all be able to manage the streets and be able to work with DOTD and to keep people off the streets. And if they're going to be on the street, to make sure we keep them safe.
Right. And look, one thing for certain, and our guys we're coming. It's just going to take us longer to get there because it's a little more challenging to navigate these roadways, and not having the traffic out there on the street is really helping.
Very good. Again, so I appreciate that, Chief, letting people know that they're doing a good job of staying off the streets and making sure that we only have emergency personnel out there. We want them to do that all day today. We want people to continue to do that, right?
Right. And look, and for those that have to get to and from work, we understand we have emergency responders and people in the medical profession that have to get from one side of town to the other. And DOTD has been really doing a good job of keeping the tunnel open. The bridges, we weren't able to keep those open, but just as soon as we can get everything flowing safely, we will. Yeah. And that's the big thing, safely. Yeah. And I don't know, we don't know if that's going to happen today or tomorrow or what, but we're expecting this snow to start melting. So
yeah, that's the goal. We know it's still really cold out there, Chief. Stay bundled up. Thank you for everything you guys do for and with us with HPD. We appreciate it.
All right, sir. You have a good day.
Appreciate it. Look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Again, Chief Travis Terrio, very glad to have him here with Home Police Department, letting us know that he's very thankful that people are actually listening, staying off the streets, allowing them to kind of do their job and be able to take care of things. He mentioned that the bridges were not open. We're going to give you those updates as we get them. We do not anticipate that today. We expect that won't take place till tomorrow. I think I did hear him tell me that the tunnel is open. Jay, did I hear that right? Okay. And so, again, if you're going to travel that, please go slowly. Please go carefully. We already know that those lanes are tight there because of the barricades that had to be put up in the tunnel. So if you've got to travel that, take your time, go very slowly. Tunnel is open, but again, thank you to Chief Travis Terrio for bringing us that information of everything happening here in the city of Houma with HPD. All right, guys, we're going to take another break. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more of our coverage of Cajun Snow Day right here on HTV.
Since 1911, the Pierre Parts Store has been your one-stop shop. Family owned and operated for 4 generations, the Pierre Parts Store has served the community by providing groceries, hardware, home products, and much more, including a full-service lumber yard. Now, we've added the Thibodeau store to the family with the same values and service we've delivered for over 100 years. The Pierre Parts Store and the Thibodeau store, our family serving your family.
Leg pain, swelling, or ulcers can be signs of vascular disease in the legs. This lack of blood flow can lead to amputation if not treated. Varicose or spider veins may also be signs of venous disease and are more than just a cosmetic problem. Trust the most advanced team of leg pain specialists at Cardiovascular Institute of the South to reopen blockages in the legs and offer minimally invasive in-clinic vein treatments. If you experience leg pain, swelling, or have visible veins, schedule an appointment with us today at cardio.com.
From the moment you walk into the showroom floor at Trapp Cadillac, you understand our commitment to providing a truly exceptional experience for all returning and new customers.
Our goal is to make sure you're always comfortable while understanding the entire process of getting into your new Trapp Cadillac.
When you drive a Trapp Cadillac, you know performance, bold styling, and our assured commitment to service.
One thing you can always count on here at Trapp Cadillac is our excellent service experience.
West Park Self-Storage is a state-of-the-art storage facility with clean, convenient, and secure climate-controlled storage. Our professional storage counselors are here to assist you with all your storage needs. We now offer after-hour access, and you can access your unit 7 days a week. We also have parking for RVs, boats, and cars with 24-hour access. West Park Storage would like to thank you for 20 years of business.
In South Louisiana, storms are a way of life. Every storm poses a different threat, whether from flooding or hurricane-force winds. At All South Consulting Engineers, we help protect our people from these disasters. Before a storm, we work with our leaders to prevent catastrophic damage. After the storm, we help get the resources needed for rebuilding. We have helped our cities, parishes, and school boards recover over $2 billion to rebuild our community. We'll be here for the next one.
Terrebonne Parish School District is seeking individuals for the following maintenance positions: licensed plumber, electrician, carpenter, HVAC techs with chiller experience, HVAC techs with general experience. These positions have great work environment, excellent benefits, retirement, and insurance. Apply online at tpsd.org. Terrebonne Parish School District, a great place to work.
Hello and welcome back to our ongoing coverage here of Cajun Snow Day. Again, your host Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, again, you see a shot of Main Street here as we have another police vehicle kind of letting people know to slow down, letting people know that they are taking care of things on our roadways, and you see the eye of the snow on top of that vehicle. Again, not driving fast enough for even the snow to be able to blow off, which is terrific. People need to be able to drive slowly. Toby called us a little earlier on this call-in line, 879-1231. Again, if you're out of the area, it's 985-879-1231. For people to be able to find out what's going on, they want to know what the plan was. Well, right now, I can tell you that there is a snowplow that is clearing the twin span right here in downtown Houma. They are doing that right now as we speak, live this morning. So very exciting that they're taking care of that right now. So one of those questions was, what are we doing? You know, what's the plan? That's one of them. We're trying to clear roadways. We're trying to clear bridges, and they're doing that right now. We're going to get an update about whether or not it's just snow, if it's snow and ice. My prediction is going to be much like I was talking earlier with a friend about black ice. You can't see it. Black ice is actually clear. So when you see that roadway and you're thinking that that you can see, you can't. Black ice is clear, and it may be there, and it is very, very slick. A lot of danger. I think that that's probably why we had a lot of the wrecks that Captain Tia told us about with Troop C, because people were driving in conditions they're not used to, not trained for, and quite frankly, don't need to be. So hopefully we have a whole lot less wrecks today. As Chief Travis Terrio was telling us, a whole lot of people heeding the warning of not being out on the road. He said we're seeing very few vehicles, which is awesome. We're going to bring you footage and updates about what's happening. Want to let you know what's also happening in the New Orleans area. Again, thanks to Kerry. We know that New Orleans is trying to clear the raised roads and pathways to the hospitals only. They are working diligently to make sure that we can get people to and from the hospital. I can tell you, working in the field that I'm very fortunate to work in as a social worker, in primarily home health and a little bit in hospice, very concerned about making sure that we can get people to and from the hospital and or getting funeral homes to people who have passed away. So those have been very, very important to be able to do. We are glad that you see and heed the warnings. Very much glad that you are watching and seeing the number, 985-879-1231. We also have another caller on the line. Very good. All right, we also have some footage. We're going to take this call. We're going to roll that footage here in a minute, hear from our staff with HTV. Good morning. You're live with HTV.
Good morning. This is Mitch with Lafourche. How are you doing today?
Hey, Mitch, doing very well. Thank you. Give us an update on what's happening in Lafourche.
So we are out doing some assessments as we speak. Of course, it's still in the 20s here. In fact, it's 20 degrees right now here at my house in La Rose. We certainly had an amazing snowstorm yesterday, one for the record books. So been in contact with our partners at the sheriff's office. They've been on the roads really all night and this morning as well. And we are still actually seeing an increase in some icing with some of the little bit of melt that we have from the sunshine. So we're asking all of our residents to please stay off the roads while we go ahead and make some attempts to this afternoon to clear off some of the approaches to the roadways, particularly around the bridges and whatnot. That way emergency services can better move around.
Yeah, and we appreciate it very, very much. And again, it's just if people will stay off the roadways, it allows for the team to open those pathways for people to get there safely. I know we need to be able to get people to and from the hospital or to emergency services, and you guys are really working hard to be able to do that, huh, Mitch?
We are. You know, that's the most important thing for us is for us to be able to maintain emergency services. Fortunately, we've been able to do that throughout the event. The intent is to continue to have those services available. And of course, you know, there were a couple minor power outages, and so it's also for energy to be able to get on the road and do any assessments and check their equipment, make sure it is in good shape, and if there's any work that needs to be done for those guys to be able to get out and take care of what's necessary as well. So, you know, today's going to be another day of sticking around in the house and, you know, spending some time with the family, and hopefully by tomorrow around lunchtime, we'll be able to start moving around and get some businesses open. The sooner the better, of course.
Sure.
But today is going to be a day of not only assessments, but making some early moves to clear some ice.
Yeah, and so we appreciate it very, very much. You bring up a really good point, you know, letting the energy get out and do their job. Because, listen, I got to tell you, my biggest concern for myself, where we are in kind of North Homa, where my parents are in East Homa, man, we can't have the electricity go out when we're going to dip back into the teens tonight. You know, we need to make sure that people are going to have electricity. You know, being out there, if there is some energy, some places that some of our vehicles need to get to, we know we need to let you and your team make sure that the roads are safe for them to get there, not for some of us maybe who are out on the road don't need to be, hit a power pole, and now all of a sudden a lot of people don't have electricity.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's actually, you mentioned, you know, the change in the temperature. That is actually one of our bigger concerns. You know, we're looking at a warm up here, and that'll get us above freezing, you know, right around lunchtime, and it should stay above freezing until about 5 o'clock. But what's going to actually happen is we're going to have a refreeze tonight. It's going to cause a lot of black ice, and it's going to increase ice not only at people's homes on their patios and their driveways, but also on the highways, and it's going to make it that much more hazardous for people to be out and about. So we're really encouraging everybody to just be safe at their house too, but, you know, staying off the road because of the increased ice potential that we're going to have this evening, tonight, and really into tomorrow, before we really bump up above 50, where we can get us a good defrost and move away from this event.
It really is. Mitch, we thank you for you and your team. Thank you for calling in and let us know what's happening down in Lafourche. We appreciate it very, very much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Again, that was an update from Lafourche. Mitch, we thank you for that. And again, today, quite frankly, is a more difficult driving day than yesterday was, because the accumulation of snow, the volume of snow has now created ice, and that ice is still on the roadways. And so I want to let you know that we have our call-in number here, 985-879-1231. We're available. We also have some more coverage we want to share with you. Jay, are we going to roll that in now? All right, very good. We're going to take another short break. We always need to make sure that we are doing those kinds of things. We very much appreciate you tuning in today here with HTV. We're going to be right back with our coverage of Cajun Snow Day 2025. Is that a call?
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin and Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin and Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin and Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Hello, I'm Rhonda Alford, host of To Your Health with Terrebonne General Health System. Join me weekly to learn more about the latest news and happenings at Terrebonne General and in the Houma Terrebonne community. We have leading-edge innovations and up-to-the-minute breakthroughs that you need to know about. Our show highlights interviews with experts on relevant topics such as heart health, women's health, cancer care, health and wellness, and much more. It's all about taking a few minutes for better health. See you then.
For 4 decades, Cardiovascular Institute of the South and Terrebonne General Health System have partnered to deliver a legacy of cardiovascular innovation. We lead the state in advanced programs and complex procedures that you won't find anywhere else. Our specialized treatments for peripheral vascular disease, artery and vein disease, heart valve and structure conditions, arrhythmias, and more attract patients from around the world. Together, we deliver the cardiovascular care that you deserve. Visit tgncis.com to learn more.
Weights and Downer. You or someone you know has lost the ability to earn a living because someone put the company interests before their well-being. In times like these, there's one firm who has handled hundreds of catastrophic and lost earning cases. Before you settle fast with a company's attorney, give Weights and Downer a call. 985-876-0870. Weights and Downer. Let us fight for your rights.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodaux, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number 1 grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Since 1911, the Pierre Parts Store has been your one-stop shop. Family owned and operated for 4 generations, the Pierre Parts Store has served the community by providing groceries, hardware, home products, and much more, including a full-service lumber yard. Now, we've added the Thibodaux store to the family with the same values and service we've delivered for over 100 years. The Pierre Parts Store and the Thibodaux store, our family serving your family.
Led by a 7-member commission, the Terrebonne Port was created to assist our local industry in promoting economic development. We monitor government regulations that affect our local industry and work with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to secure maintenance dredging funds. Because the HNC is the main artery for the heartbeat of Terrebonne's economy, Terrebonne Port fights a constant battle for funding to maintain the federally authorized navigable depth. We are now leasing waterfront and non-waterfront property. Terrebonne Port Commission, serving our industry to keep Terrebonne thriving.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0.9% APR on Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. Plus, get $2,500 allowance on this Sierra when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Hello and welcome back to our ongoing coverage of Cajun Snow Day 2025. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Our live call-in line is right there, 985-879-1231. Again, welcome your phone calls. I apologize to the last caller. I stayed on hold a little bit longer than we wanted to. We had to take a quick break, so please call back. Glad to answer your questions if we have that information. Very glad y'all are watching, tuning in, and letting us know what you need. Again, this ongoing coverage means that we are letting you know about the tremendous snow day and the blizzard information that we have. Here is some live drone coverage that we had for you. Jay, was this yesterday or today? Oh, this is early this morning. And so as you can tell, they're going over to the twin spans. The crews there are working here a little later. That has not been passable. That bridge has been closed. You can tell by the vehicle there coming to turn left onto Park that we have some vehicles that have been driving there. But again, I want to kind of make mention to you, just because you see that dark area that they're driving on, that's not the road. There's ice under the tires of that vehicle. As you see how much snow actually fell over the course of, call it the last 24 hours, started somewhere between 4 and 7 a.m. yesterday. Lots of snow, trying to figure out exactly how much snow had fallen. So again, you are looking at Terrebonne General and its campus there on the right side of the screen. Along with their atrium building there to the right. Those are right there at the foot of the twin span. And we are looking at some coverage from a drone this morning. And we see now Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. This is information and coverage from the Sheriff's Office, which we're very, very thankful for. So thank you to Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. Thank you for clarifying that, Jay. I wasn't sure what that meant. There's Government Towers there, downtown Houma. Again, a live overhead look at some of those buildings, the DA office down there as well, that judicial building there on the left. And so, again, Government Towers, where a lot of our decisions are made here in the parish. Parish President Jason Basrell and his offices there. Again, look at the volume of snow. You can see there the edge of HTV as well, right there at the corner of Barrow and Main Street. The parking garage there as we take a look at Terrebonne General there in the distance. But lots and lots of snow coverage there. Lots of ice and snow as it remains it's gotten up to about the 20s. So thank you, Carrie. I wasn't checking those updates each hour. An hour and a half ago, it was in the teens. But again, that cold weather remains, and so that ice and the snow remains. The snow's going down just a little bit as it compacted some after the snow for so many hours on yesterday. But again, this is very thankful to have downtown proper being shown to you from a drone from Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, which we're very, very thankful for. And again, there's Bayou Terrebonne as we circle back around. Again, you can see those bridges there that are hopefully starting to defrost a little bit, but we know that there's ice there on those bridges. And so, again, there's a shot of HTV. And so some of the buildings that we see, very thankful for that coming from the Bayou side. So lots of really good shots, again, looking at the church coming up on it. Some of the older buildings right there on Main Street that we see. The courthouse square right there, as you can see this morning, how some of the snow has actually come off the tops of those trees. And so we know yesterday that most of those oaks, those live oaks right there, as we look at downtown Joe and some of the buildings there, downtown as well. And so just really interesting shots, some great coverage here from this drone from Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office as we take a look down towards the south. Now we look a little bit farther north. The former Bayou Towers there that's not been able to be used. No residents there since Ida. But look at the volume of way. It's just one of those things some of us may never see again in our lifetime, that all of Terrebonne Parish covered with snow. That is all of looking towards northern Houma, the downtown area, towards north of Houma, towards Thibodaux. Just snow covered everywhere. As you can tell, a lot of those trees now, again, some of that snow has either fallen off or melted off. The sun isn't necessarily creating a great deal of heat, but those trees coming back to life a little bit after we see all of that snow that's covered all of Houma. And so just some beautiful shots here of this drone. So we're very thankful for the Sheriff's Office for helping to provide this for us. And again, you can see some of these areas down in Houma trying to get a feel. Jay, which street is that there, right there on our right? Lafayette Street. Thank you very much. So we got Lafayette Street, one of the main thoroughfares in Houma, as we kind of scan back to some of these buildings as we come back downtown. We are just this drone flying right over Bayou Terrebonne, directly over Main Street as we come back towards the center of town. And again, some of those larger buildings, the bank building there on your right that we've had for many, many years, some of those office buildings. And again, we scroll around to look at Park and covering those areas. Again, the volume of snow that's on top of those buildings is just rather remarkable. As we see some of those power lines there, right there on the side of the bayou. Again, mentioned earlier, Mitch was telling us a little bit about some of those concerns, excuse me, about some of the issues that we have and concerns with making sure that emergency personnel can get to some of those power lines that have had snow and ice on them. Fortunately, we can see this morning to not have a lot of ice and snow on those power lines right now. So very fortunate for that. Again, we take another look at downtown Houma. You see a shot of St. Francis de Sales Church and School there on the right. The cemetery behind it completely covered in snow. Again, the snow's not going to go anywhere, guys. That ice underneath it's not going anywhere either. That snow and ice will remain as the temperatures will barely go above freezing today. And when they do, it'll be for a short time, just a few hours, we're being told. But this is beautiful footage of downtown Houma as we approach here, looking towards the southwest right now and southeast areas. As, again, drone coverage provided to us from Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. Again, we take a look at the campus at Terrebonne General Health System, that large campus there just between where those twin spans are with Bayou Terrebonne and the Houma Navigational Canal. And so we see all of that covered in snow, the Houma atrium as well, or the Terrebonne General atrium, I apologize for that. And again, you can see some of the roadways. They are all covered with snow. That downtown area across the bayou from where we are. Again, another shot of government towers. And so, again, we're very thankful to be able to have this footage to bring to you. Rather amazing to me that we have this kind of coverage, this kind of availability and the technology to be able to do this. You know, there was a time not that long ago when a helicopter had to do this kind of coverage. And so, again, just some beautiful shots of the winter wonderland that we know is downtown Houma, completely covered in snow. And my wife asked me first thing this morning when we woke up, is it still winter wonderland out there? And the answer is yes. So for all of those people tuning in, very good. I appreciate that, Jason. Thank you for coming back to me again. Once again, I want to thank Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office for being able to provide coverage of drone coverage of downtown Houma proper. Now, we also have some coverage from our own Martin Foss that was out with an emergency team, doing very safely, going out to get more coverage. Here we are Again, same area where we had showed you before as they approach here to some of the emergency vehicles at the foot of the twin spans. And we're right there. You can see those roads are not passable at all. They have allowed for emergency personnel only to be able to do that. And so, again, we here at HTV being able to provide for you and with you some coverage that we had not previously had. I was telling you about those trees. Well, look at those. Just here in the last hour or two, those trees still covered with snow. So what appeared to be some of those trees that did not have any snow in them, they still do. And so here we see the volume of snow as they trek this path, this new path. Again, in a lot of ways, none of the vehicles have gone over the twin span to this point. And so HTV bringing you coverage this morning here by Martin Falls, providing to you a view of what's happening from the twin span. Again, all of our emergency vehicles, this road has been closed. It's been closed since 4 a.m. on Tuesday, the 21st, in the morning of the 21st on Tuesday. The twin span has not been passable, and it's because of safety. And now we're able to be able to do that, as you see now that we're coming back down here. Again, look how thick that snow is. And I promise you, there's ice underneath it. Again, emergency vehicles traveling very, very slowly. And then Martin Falls providing to and for us here at HTV, bringing live to you all of this coverage and the snow covering the roads. Again, tracking new paths as we try to provide for you and with you the information that we share here. The foot of the twin span coming towards where we are on Main Street. Again, these emergency vehicles allowing us and providing with us the support. And so always glad to have the partnership with them to be able to do what we're bringing to you here today. Again, that is coverage from the twin spans that we had not provided previously. Again, here traveling over to the bridge going to the twin spans, where we had just come from. Now here we are on the opposite twin span. You can see that view as we're here at the red light at Park. And here we are, the streets that lead out of town, now turning left here on Park Avenue as we're traveling down. Again, very few people out on the road, which is terrific. Look at the volume of snow. And most people know downtown Houma got a lot of snow yesterday. That snow now turning into ice as, again, traveling slowly here on West Park, coming down. Again, Martin Falls providing this information and this coverage to and for us as we're traveling here. You can see there are two lanes there here on Park, as you know. Only one is the one that we're traveling. And the reason is because we shouldn't have very many vehicles on the road. These emergency vehicles and emergency personnel are the only ones really that should be on the road. And we appreciate that very, very much that they're doing that. Here again, coming down, seeing some of the law offices as we pass here downtown on West Park. And so, again, just some beautiful coverage of this winter wonderland that covered Terrebonne Parish and specifically Houma proper here in downtown Houma. And so we're thankful and appreciative. All of these front yards are very picturesque as we see the bed and breakfast here as we come down at the foot of Barrow. And now the road a little bit easier, a little bit more passable, and a whole lot less ice and snow on the road here in this area. Again, traveling down on West Park as we see the previous West Park School, now an administrative building. Again, coverage here provided this morning by Martin Falls here with HTV as we're coming through. Look at the snow there, just completely covered on the ground, untouched as some of our coverage here continues as we're
Stop right here. You want to follow?
we're got some updates from Martin there. We're talking with and seeing DOTD as they're working to clear the roadways And so here's some of our coverage as we're talking with them. Okay. And so again, Martin, they're just doing what we have to do, right? This is what partnerships are about. This is our team working with the sheriff's office. This is our team talking to DOTD. Again, all of the things that we are encouraging and recommending. Gentleman earlier, our first caller this morning, was asking about the snowplows. Well, there they are. They are clearing the streets, and we are right there following them, clearing the streets as we are right here on Main, clearing streets to be able to make the roadways much more safe, much more passable. And again, this very large vehicle, I wasn't imagining when I was thinking about the snowplows that it was a snowplow that was being pulled. But this is a much safer snowplow because the gentleman driving it can see exactly where he is and where he's going and what he's clearing. So again, we are seeing what happens in the east and the northeast and these northern areas where this snow is just being pushed right off of the road. And there's ice and snow that they're pulling off of the road. And here we are passing the other federal building here, right here, Main Street, just past HTV. As you see the twin spans there in front of us, the cemetery and Terrebonne General there to our right. And so again, we see the volume of snow and ice that this snowplow is pulling off the road. And again, people may be watching TV thinking, man, what are you doing showing a snowplow? Well, we don't have snowplows in Houma very often. The reason is we don't have blizzard-like conditions.
Video of
And
them going over the bridge here by Terrebonne General and pushing the snow out, trying to create some lanes.
And so as promised this morning, that's Martin here coming to you, bringing this coverage. They are clearing the bridge, and this is the first time this morning as the attempt, as I mentioned earlier, that's coverage of those snowplows that are clearing the bridge. And they're following here, again, partnering with Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, making sure that we are safe, making sure that our team here with HTV is safe. But what they're doing is they're plowing and clearing the roadway so that they can make it more easily and passable for you, and making sure that people are going to be safe. And so again, we're live here with HTV. They're showing you coverage as we follow this snowplow up the twin span going from north to south. This is the twin span driving towards, you got Terrebonne General on your right, as Martin mentioned, and you can see this snowplow, this very large vehicle in front of us, the snowplow that is angling the snow and ice. And look at the accumulation of snow, of how much snow that is as it is off to the right. That's a good foot and a half of snow on the right side of that snowplow. And you can just see. And again, we got Terrebonne General there, Terrebonne General Health System in the view. And there, Martin sharing with us.
Here where the road will be manageable, and I'm sure they will use some de-icing coming up.
And again, this is the physical snowplow.
About to reach the peak.
And again, Martin with this coverage of this snowplow, just remarkable because I don't.
Just to tell you, folks, pretty bright. Just had to put the sunglasses on because it gets extremely bright with the sun hitting this pure white snow.
Yeah. So again, Martin mentioned it, just on top of the bridge, it's awfully bright up there. They had to put sunglasses on. It's beautiful white snow coming in. This beautiful sunshine this morning. We welcome it. But again, this sunshine is not going to do much. And back to Martin.
On Dunn Street. Snow surrounding our medical facilities. And we are fixing to head downhill.
And that's the sound of progress, ladies and gentlemen. Sound of clearing roadways to make things safer for emergency personnel, making sure it's safe for those people that need to get to the hospital, keep in mind, this is one of the main thoroughfares down the bayou that allows for us to get people to our local hospital, Terrebonne General Health System right there. And again, footage from the very top of the twin spans here, downtown Houma, as they're clearing a path, making progress with the snow that's covered this bridge for some 24 hours or so.
I want to take this time to thank Tommy Boudreau and Norris and Boudreau for their efforts also during this major snowstorm here in the area. And I know a lot of work is going on in different areas, different parishes. So we appreciate all the utilities workers, first responders, law enforcement, and everyone who has really stepped up during this beautiful but tense time to travel. A lot of workers trying to get their employees back to work, but you know, this is something that you just have to deal with after a major snowstorm like we have. And we're not used to it, trust me. We're learning.
Again, that's Martin Falls here showing you. That's the volume of snow that's been moved and cleared on the path.
Look at this, because I don't know if you'll ever see it again. Could be wrong. 1 or 2 inches would have been nice and pretty, but the amount we got is what you're looking at right now. Now on the east side of Houma.
And here approaching Grand Caillou Road.
We'd have thought we'd have seen snow plows here in Terrebonne Parish.
And here they are at the intersection of Main Street off the Twin Span, and now
There you see Grand Caillou, folks.
Grand Caillou Road.
As far as the eye can see.
All the way down to Walgreens at Tunnel Boulevard. And nothing but snow and ice. And here again, snow plow, moving snow off of the Twin Span. As you can hear that, the noise of progress there being made, getting the snow off of the Twin Span. And as Martin mentioned, take a good look. May never see it again.
Coastal Canal from the bridge. All the white snow surrounding it on the bank areas. Once again, you're looking at the rear of CIS. And the snow still on the roofs here in downtown Houma.
And here they are coming down the bridge. Again, the Twin Span here in Houma. Martin Falls following with emergency vehicles. Again, look how beautiful the snow is there at the atrium, part of the Terrebonne General Health System campus. And now coming back down. Turning on New Orleans Boulevard. Clearing a path. And now we see coming over by Terrebonne and Faques. And the beautiful old DuPont building, now known as HTV. And there's a shot of another vehicle coming down the main street.
And our first run will close with St. Matthews, scenic with the oak trees. And then I'll get on round 2. We'll hit other parts of the parish.
Thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate that. Again, that was coverage of Martin Falls, traveling with our partners, the Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, providing coverage of following a snowplow over and down and over again the twin span downtown in Houma as we clear several inches of snow off of the bridge. It's the first time we were able to go and do that safely. And so for the gentleman that asked earlier, we have just provided for you coverage of the snowplows as they are moving through, or a snowplow moving through downtown Houma, opening access to bridges, which have been closed since 4 a.m. on the 21st. Here we are on the 22nd, being able to provide to you information about what's happening. So, Martin, thank you very, very much. I know it had to been awfully cold out there as y'all had the windows down, being able to provide coverage and looking at shots at Terrebonne General Health System, CIS, and the beautiful Intercoastal, and on to East Houma and a shot down Grand Caillou. So, guys, that's some updates that we could provide for you live today. We're very glad to do that for you. We thank you. We've had several callers calling in. We apologize. We wanted to get that coverage out. Please feel free to call back, 985-879-1231. We're going to take another break right here, but don't go anywhere as we continue the coverage of 2025 Cajun Snow Day.
Weights and Downer. You or someone close to you has just lost a loved one to someone's negligence. How did this happen? And why is it so hard to get information? In times like these, there is one firm who has handled hundreds of catastrophic and lost earning cases. Before you settle fast with a company's attorney, give Weights and Downer a call. 985-876-0870. Weights and Downer.
Technology, a modern blessing, but a curse when issues arise. Rev Business is your human touch in the digital world, with personal support and meaningful solutions to your real-world challenges. We are a local team who will do whatever it takes to keep you up and running. Sign up for internet, hosted phone, and security with our no-risk 90-day guarantee. For internet, hosted phone, and security, experience the difference of working with Rev Business. 90 years of connecting Louisiana.
Structural heart disease refers to a defect in the heart's valves, walls, or chambers that keeps the heart from pumping blood properly. Valve or structural heart problems may be present at birth or develop over time. Your risk increases if you have high blood pressure, plaque buildup, history of heart attack, take certain medications, or have certain heart infections. The Structural Heart Program at CIS and Terrebonne General provides innovative solutions and devices with the latest technology to bring the best possible outcomes for patients. Learn more at cardio.com.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0.9% APR on Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. Plus, get $2,500 allowance on this Sierra when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
At South Louisiana Bank, we're great at banking, but we're great at a lot of other stuff too.
Is that a new rod and reel?
Hey, a girl's got a fish. We care about the community we live in and the people we serve. We're not just like you. We are you.
Are you boiling crawfish?
No, just letting them soak.
We're proud to be here and work for the place and the people we love. South Louisiana Bank. It's in the name.
Weights and Downer. You or someone you know has lost the ability to earn a living because someone put the company interests before their well-being. In times like these, there's one firm who has handled hundreds of catastrophic and lost earning cases. Before you settle fast with a company's attorney, give Waits and Downer a call. 985-876-0870. Waits and Downer. Let us fight for your rights.
Gen Gators Power Systems is the area's leading Kohler standby generator solution, specializing in maintenance, repair, and installation on all major brands, from gas to diesel and 2kW to 2000. Home or commercial, our team has you covered. Our factory-certified technicians and installers are highly trained to provide response and repair when you need it the most. We service what we sell, period. Trust the Gen Gators, where we sink our teeth in the service.
At Terrebonne General Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center, our strength is providing you with leading-edge cancer care. With our patient-focused expansion and innovative technology, our team of experts works together to offer you the highest level of personalized care. Through our enhanced infusion suite and fitness and wellness area, we support you and empower your strength from within. Experience comprehensive cancer care where it matters the most, close to home.
Terrebonne Parish School District is seeking individuals for the following maintenance positions: licensed plumber, electrician, carpenter, HVAC techs with chiller experience, HVAC techs with general experience. These positions have great work environment, excellent benefits, retirement, and insurance. Apply online at tpsd.org. Terrebonne Parish School District, a great place to work.
Hello and welcome back of our ongoing coverage of Cajun Snow Day here 2025 as we show you shots of downtown Houma. That is what's happening right now here in Houma. As you can see, all of the snow. You can see those emergency vehicles. That's a dually, which is a bigger truck, being able to kind of make sure that they're being safe and keeping everybody safe. You can tell there are very few cars on the road. I agree with Chief Travis that we have very few people on the road, which is nice. But I want to tell you a little bit of what's different from yesterday and today as we have one of those vehicles pull out. Yesterday, we had 100% cloud cover. What does that mean? We had moisture in the air because of cloud cover. Today, we have 0% cloud cover. I'm not a meteorologist, never claimed to be one, but the reason that we have snow yesterday and we have sun today is cloud cover. And so that's why the meteorologists were predicting the volume of snow that we had. I will just tell you, as a layperson, I had 15 inches of snow report in between my house and my wife Melanie and I's house and Ricky and Margaret Johnson's house. Our call-in number there again, 985-879-1231. We do have another caller on the line. We have some more drone coverage we're going to get to in just a moment, but let's turn to our callers once again. Good morning. You're live with HTV.
Okay, we have a great picture, no voice.
We have a great picture, no voice?
No voice at all.
Oh, okay. Where are you located, ma'am, so we can kind of know where that
on
area
Lee
is?
Street on Big Bar Block.
Big Bar Block in Shreveport. So you can see me?
No, not Shreveport. Big Bar Block between Gibson and Houma.
Between Gibson and Houma. So you're telling me is that Charter? What cable system? Is that Charter?
Yes.
Charter? Okay, so you're telling me you can see me, but you can't hear me.
Right.
Man, I got to tell you, I feel badly for you. My voice is way better than my face. So I'm sorry. I got to tell you. Now, if Martin was up here, that'd be different. You know, he's got a better face than voice.
Hey, look, don't put him down. He did great.
No, I'm giving him a compliment. I'm telling you, he's got, well, he can sing too. He's got both. He's got the voice and the look. So I apologize, but listen, we're going to give a call to somebody at Charter, let them know about the outage for voice, and we want to get that to you. Are you able to put closed captioning on? Can you read it?
Can we put the closed caption
So if you put closed caption on, you may be able to read it as we go along, as we kind of talk about all of these things in this.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And that way you don't have to listen to me at all. You can just read it.
The voice is on all my other channels except HTV.
The voice on every other channel except HTV. Well, we're going to do whatever we can to fix that for you.
All right. I thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. What's that, Jay? Yes, so we have a tech looking into that. Thank you for the phone call. We appreciate that. We always want to know, right? We want to be able to tell how things are going, and if, in fact, you can hear and see us, we would love for you to be able to do that. I tell people all the time, I got a face for radio, and it happens to be on TV. And so we're very, very glad that you're joining in, however you may be joining in. Again, your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're seeing this. This is more drone coverage being brought to you by Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. As again, here you can see that is the corner of Barrow and Main Street. Again, HTV on your right across is Fake down there at the bottom. And so Government Towers there to the left of us as we are flying this drone. And again, you can see there is your snowplow here in Houma. A snowplow needed, very necessary, as we appreciate the call-in number. You see it there, 879-1231. We have a couple of callers. We appreciate you calling in. We're going to share this drone footage for now. So if you wouldn't mind being patient, we would love to be able to get to your phone calls. I'm sorry, Jay? Okay, so Jason's telling me that I can do that. Thank you, Jason. Jason, of course, you hear us talking about Jason Serenier all the time. You never really see his face unless he can prevent that, because Jason loves to be behind the scenes, so we're thankful for that. We had a couple of phone calls. We're going to go to one of those now as you see coverage of the drone from Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. Good morning. You're live with HTV.
Good morning, sir. How y'all doing today, sir?
We're very good. How about you?
Oh, we walking and talking.
There you go. I know that's right. Upright, huh?
Yes, sir. I was just curious a little bit. When do y'all think that the roads can be open? Today or tomorrow?
So it's a great question. We have been told all along that we don't expect that the roads will be opened until tomorrow. And the reason is because it is only going to get above freezing for a very short time today. And so as we've been telling everybody, this snow has accumulated a great deal of ice underneath the snow. So we've got snow plows. We're starting to clear the roads. We've been able to go and clear the twin span of the snow, but there's still ice. They have to determine if it's still passable. So I would tell you your best bet, my best guess, is that sometime tomorrow when the sun really comes out, that temperature goes above freezing, and we can really get some of this snow and ice melted.
Yes, sir. I do understand. I was watching y'all go up the twin span and all that.
Kind of cool, huh?
Yes, sir. I said, damn, they're going the wrong way. Coming right the other way.
Well, originally they were going the right way, and then when they came back, they were going the wrong way. They wanted to clear one span at a time, is what they were doing. So
I can understand. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Motherfucker going the wrong way.
He had a lot of support though, so we were following along whatever the driver of the snowplow was doing.
Oh yeah,
and you can see it there.
Some people out there that goes over going over the twin span without even snow, going the wrong way a couple of times. I said, look at this.
Yeah, listen, I got to tell you, I've had the same thing. It happened twice in the same day that people were going the wrong way. I don't know if it must have been a full moon that I saw somebody going the wrong way. So thank you for correcting those people that are going the wrong way. We appreciate it.
Y'all try to have a great day and be safe out there.
You do the same. Y'all stay in.
Y'all doing a damn great job.
We appreciate it very, very much. Thank you for tuning in, and thanks for the call.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate that, Lex call. I want to let you know an update from one of our staff members here, colleague here, Dwayne, with HTV. He's able to tell me that in Donaldsonville, sadly enough, they can both see and hear me. So I apologize to everybody in Donaldsonville. But again, we continue. Thank you, Dwayne, for that. We appreciate that. Again, we're very glad to have that working. We'll see if we can get that working. But look at the value of what we see. There is drone coverage. Martin Falls is in that vehicle following that snowplow as it is making its way up the twin span. We were able to bring you coverage directly from Martin and that snowplow. And now it's pretty impressive to see how far back they were, because it sounded like they were right there. And so great coverage, Martin, which we appreciate. There, the twin span. Look at the snow and ice right there on the side of Bayou Terrebonne. And so what a great shot there. Again, you can see the campus of Terrebonne General Health System and the atrium there to the right as we're viewing all of that. And so, again, that's the drone that is showing you coverage of Martin Falls following that snowplow going up the twin span, as we have a snowplow in Houma clearing this blizzard of snow that took place yesterday, as we had a little longer than 12 or 14 hours or so of snowfall in the Houma area and the surrounding areas. And it snowed for that long. It snowed very heavily for a while. And it was really interesting. Most of us have seen some snow, very rare in Houma, that is, down in South Louisiana. We have seen some snow on the ground. I don't know of anybody the age that they are that's seen this. And as Martin mentioned, we may never see it again. So again, snowplow making its way up the twin span. What a beautiful shot. And again, this drone moving forward here now, flying over the northbound twin span as we are watching this Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office vehicle and our own Martin Falls following the snowplow clearing or helping to clear the bridge on the twin span. A beautiful shot of the Intercoastal and towards Grand Caillou Road, and that is East Houma that we see there right on the other side where the Bayou Terrebonne meets the Intercoastal, and where my friend Kevin Champon and McDonald's home is. And so very, very glad about the beautiful snow that some of those kids got to see. So very excited for them. There's that beautiful property right there on the east side, right off of where Main Street goes and dead ends on the Bayou side. And so that snowplow again traveling across the twin span, and very excited to be able to see snow. I don't know if any of us really believed that we were going to see that much snow. My father-in-law, interestingly enough, said, "Oh, we'll see when I believe it when I see it." So, doubting Benny, there's lots and lots of snow, as we got those coverage from them and got to be able to see that. So again, this is drone coverage of our own Martin Falls following the snowplow. We're thankful again for Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office for that drone coverage. We appreciate it very, very much. Again, call the number 985-879-1231. We have to take another short break, but we thank you so very much for tuning in right here to HTV covering the Cajun Snow and Ice Day of 2025. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Drop Shipping and Crating Pros is a highly versatile company that will ship any size, any weight, anywhere. Drop Shipping and Crating Pros is a full-service logistics provider focused on expert packing, crating, and transportation solutions. The local oil and gas industry utilizes our professional crating and shipping services that support their offshore and international needs. Drop Shipping and Crating Pros is authorized and recognized to construct shipping crates built for exports. Drop Shipping and Crating Pros, now at our new location at Capitol Boulevard.
It happens just once each year, and it's now in progress at Lewis Mohana Furniture. It's not just select specials. Wall-to-wall midwinter clearance price reductions are clearly marked on every item in every department. Save 50% off select Stearns & Foster, Spring Air, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic bedding. Save up to 76% off in their clearance center. New furniture, mattress sets, accessories, area rugs, outdoor furniture, nothing's held back. Plus, interest-free financing's available. It's happening now. The wall-to-wall midwinter clearance at Lewis Mohana Furniture in Berg.
At Terrebonne General Health System, we believe that health is a journey best traveled together. As your dedicated partner in wellness for over 70 years, we are committed to providing comprehensive, compassionate care. From preventive services, primary and specialty care, to advanced treatments, Terrebonne is French for good earth. And good health here on the good earth sounds just right. Together, we can achieve a healthier, happier future for you and your family. Discover more at tghealthsystem.com.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0.9% APR on Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. Plus, get $2,500 allowance on this Sierra when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Terrebonne Home Care was founded by Ronnie and Tammy Eshday in 1993. And that continues today with Braden Eshday.
What COVID and Hurricane Ida taught me is that this community doesn't need outside corporations dictating what we can and cannot do. It needs investment and reinvestment in our local communities by hiring local and staying local, and that is what Terrebonne Home Care is doing as the last remaining locally owned and operated agency.
Terrebonne Home Care, 30 years of quality care and 470 years of clinical excellence. Let our family care for your family.
West Park Self Storage is a state-of-the-art storage facility with clean, convenient, and secure climate-controlled storage. Our professional storage counselors are here to assist you with all your storage needs. We now offer after-hour access, and you can access your unit 7 days a week. We also have parking for RVs, boats, and cars with 24-hour access. West Park Storage would like to thank you for 20 years of business.
Hello and welcome back to our coverage of Cajun Snow Day here. Our call-in number 985-879-1231. Again, your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us, however you may be joining us. I hope you're warm and you're nice and curled up on a sofa somewhere watching HTV as we bring you coverage of this Cajun Snow Day. And now today, more of a Cajun Ice Day. As we continue to share with you, we'll share with you some drone coverage from yesterday that we were able to get for you. This is yesterday in Houma. This is downtown. What a beautiful shot of how, and again, you can see that cloud cover that I mentioned yesterday. That cloud cover at the end of the day maintained itself all day long. It is the reason why we got several inches of snow. A lot of places got more than 10 inches of snow. We will again verify, from the appropriate sources about exactly how many inches. I measured 15, but look how beautiful. If anybody ever would have told you that you would see Houma covered in snow, you may not have believed them. I mean, snow flurries, okay. A little bit of snow here and there, okay. But that is Houma covered in snow. What a beautiful shot to be able to share this with you. And again, Jay, I think this is with the drone coverage that we got from Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office yesterday. And again, we thank them for that. And again, you can see all of this. It's just completely snow covered. It literally looks like a Hallmark movie. And told that to my wife, and ironically enough, I went and thought I was going to be funny and put on a movie that normally on certain networks that shows a lot of cold weather, and they had a beach movie on. I thought it was funny. But again, thank you again to Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office for providing us with this beautiful coverage of downtown Houma. This is drone coverage provided by Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, and it's so many inches of snow. I mean, you can see the inches of snow halfway up some of the vehicles there as they were just sitting out gathering this beautiful powdered snow, very soft and fluffy, that some of my colleagues and team members actually had trouble making snowballs. My wife and I didn't, had trouble making a snowman. We didn't. Our snow woman, again, Terrebonne High School there. As we see and I think there's a name for it. I apologize for not remembering. Tom B. Smith Stadium, that's right. Great man. Again, Terrebonne High School. My mother and father graduated from there in 1957. And I can tell you since 1957, they've never seen snow like this on top of the roof of Terrebonne High School. And so beautiful to see as we span back towards the north. It's just gorgeous, so very picturesque. I don't know that we can describe it in good enough detail. But interestingly enough, the trees that we can see, they're snow-capped. They are snow-tipped. Beautiful trees with snow on top of them. And again, just some beautiful shots from aerial coverage provided by Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. Again, the technology we appreciate very, very much. As we're coming through, Jay, we are. Oh, thank you. Couldn't tell. That's Vanderbilt Catholic, guys. Vanderbilt Catholic High School right there off of Tunnel Boulevard. You see the emergency vehicle there. Nobody else on the road, thank God. But that emergency vehicle there with HPD, Houma Police Department, only one of those two lanes that you can see are passable because we have very few people doing that. Again, what a beautiful shot looking down MLK now. And so just remarkable that long building there on the left, you can only see the front of the building. Everything else is covered completely white. There, Walgreens, and we have Trapp Chevrolet there. John Newbig and Chuck Dosky and those guys and Trapp, all with snow-covered buildings there, all covered in snow. They're at the corner of MLK and Hollywood. And so, again, several emergency vehicles out there making sure, keeping us safe. Very, very thankful that no cars on the road that we can see. Very thankful. And if there are, they're very few. That is a shot of MLK looking down towards the north and Lowe's. And again, just who would have ever thunk it, right? Who would have ever thought that Houma and West Houma, as we're looking at now, completely covered in snow. Drone coverage brought to you by Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. Very thankful for them as we see that HPD unit and that Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office unit traveling down, taking care of what is needed. Again, we've got some callers we're thankful for. 985-879-1231. Jay, you want to take this call before the break? All right, here we go. We'll take another caller. Hello, you're live with HTV.
Yeah, good morning. My little gauge showing that we snowed 10 inches in cutoff, if that little gauge is right.
Okay, 10 inches of snow in cutoff. Wow.
Yeah, I bought that little thing a few years ago. I never really used it. If that little gauge is right, that's what it showed. I believe it was more, but that's what it's saying.
Wow, we very much appreciate that. We thank you for the update in Galliano. How are things looking this morning there?
Oh, it's melting, man.
Is it?
It's melting. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's melting.
So from that 10 inches, how far down do you think it's going? A couple of inches?
Oh, no, sure. No, not that much. It's not melting that quick.
Okay.
But the backdraft in the back of my house, I guarantee I got 3 foot of snow and 2 foot of snow on top of the roof.
Wow. Isn't that amazing?
Keith or Martin?
This is Keith. We got Martin out in the field right now, taking pictures and.
This Jimmy, Chaz Daddy.
Oh, hey, Mr. Jimmy, it's good to talk to you. We appreciate that.
In a while, but I guarantee it freaked me out when I saw that on top of my roof. You know, when it come from the front of the house, and it was so much big flake. You know.
Yeah.
But,
I can tell you,
it starts to melt.
Yeah. I can tell you, Mr. Jimmy, watching the snow yesterday, every 30 seconds to a minute, I could see snow just kind of whipping off of the roof, and it looked like a true blizzard of snow.
Yeah, when you get that gust, that's what it looked like, a blizzard, when you get that gust of wind.
Yes, sir.
You know, I saw snow in Scotland and all, but never down here. I'm 74 years old. I never saw snow like this.
Okay.
And 1963, we made a 4-foot snowman. It was snowing a good bit, but not close to this.
Okay, 1963, the last time you saw it, huh?
Yeah, I was 13 years old. We got a picture of a 4-foot, 5-foot snowman.
I love it. Hey, we appreciate you calling in so much. Thank you for the update. And 10 inches down in Galliano.
That's what according to my little gauge. I bought that a few years ago in Alabama. I really never used it. I said, let me try this thing.
Right.
And that's what it's showing, you know.
Gotcha. Very good. Hey, we appreciate it so much. You guys take care.
Take care, Keith.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye. Again, Mr. Jimmy, we appreciate him calling in. And again, one of the things you can see, this is at dusk, right? Yesterday, again, drone coverage brought to you by Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. There's still snow flurries. So even at dusk, when a lot of the heavy snow had stopped, there's still a lot of snow because there's still 100% cloud cover yesterday, which is why it is that we were able to show and to why it is that we had this much snow. That's what we're showing. And so again, very few of those roads were passable. You can see that a unit or a sheriff's office or HPD had traveled down that road once, but it's already covered again with snow. And so, Jay, where did we turn on to? Tell me, is this back? Oh, okay. Industrial? Oh, by Marie Immaculata on Corporate? Oh, the old school. This is off of Park, off of West Park. Okay, now this is turning back towards Hollywood. I got you. Okay, so we were on the back side, back by 9th Avenue, off of North Hollywood is where we were. And now coming back towards Main Street and Park. Thank you, Jay. It's hard to figure out where we are, huh, Jason? With all the snow, you got to try and recognize the buildings there to be able to do that. And so, again, we focus in. There's Home Goods off of MLK. And so I only know because my wife goes there. But look at the snow. I mean, the entire parking lots are completely filled. There's Hooters and Walmart. And so just remarkable to see. And there's the MLK. But there, even MLK and Lowe's, as we come back to it by Cavender's, there's very few marks in the snow or even on the road. And that was yesterday, people staying off the roads. And so, again, very thankful and appreciative that people heed the warnings of being able to do that. We want to do that again today. And the reason is because what was snow yesterday has become ice today. As my sister Carrie recommended and told us, it's also the fact that you can't see black ice. Black ice is clear. It's called black ice, but it's clear. And it's very, very slick and very slippery. And we want to make sure. Jay, do we need to take a break or can we take this caller? We're going to take the caller. I love it. Very good. Hello, you're live with HTV. Good morning.
Good morning. It's TC Canner. What's up, my man?
TC. My gosh, TC, I hadn't talked to you in forever, man. How are you?
I'm doing fine, sir. And you?
I'm doing very, very well. I got to ask you, TC, are you glad that you don't have to go and do any yard work after this snow ends?
No, you're right. You're right. I think 20 years ago I'd be out there playing in it, but
right.
Man, I went out with a shovel, old front shovel.
Okay.
Tried to move some stuff out the way so the dogs go potty. But years ago, we played in a National Flag Football Championship in Dallas, Texas, and let me tell you, that ain't nothing nice to play in. Bro.
Really? It was this cold?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was,
in the teens?
It was just like this, just about, man.
Okay. Wow.
But I've never experienced it here, you know.
I'm sure. TC, you're too young. You're too young to have experienced it here.
Come on, man.
Timmy Cannon, for a lot of people that don't know, I want to let you know, TC, one of the few people that I've seen hit a softball farther than any other human. Timmy Cannon, a fantastic ball player. His son, Fred, very good ball player. And so very fortunate to be able to have played with both generations, both he and his son, Fred. So, TC, just a little shout out, you know, for the things that you've done in our area. Been a great guy for many, many years. So going out to shovel snow was just your job, right?
Well, the dog needed it really bad.
Look, my dogs, we didn't know if they were going to potty inside or not, and I've got small dogs. Right. So, TC, I got to tell you, mine couldn't get, their legs weren't above the snow. But they both went out and tried to figure out, they couldn't find the grass. So, fortunately, my wife and I did exactly what you did. We shoveled and swept a path to the grass, and they used it.
They know their spot. They
yes,
know their spot,
yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
They couldn't even smell their spots, TC.
Yeah, well, but we need to get this weather out of here. We got high school baseball coming up, man.
Yes, we do.
You know, and all these coaches and young men out there got these fields ready to play on, and
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to look like after. Some of them got this this artificial turf,
Right.
know, which is good.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's still going to be a little mess. Hope the grass don't die.
Yeah.
I'm excited. My grandson, is he signed with Nichols.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
So look, I'm no expert at all with this stuff, but like the roadways in neighborhoods and stuff, I don't know if the neighbors should try to clean up around the drain so the water could drain through. I don't know if it naturally does it or not sure.
It's a really good question. I think what we may do is maybe just check in with some people from the parish. And the reason is because the ditches are so hard to see right now because they're covered with snow. I kind of want to make sure to see if that's safe. The one thing I did, TC, around the house last night, once it finished snowing, I went and cleared my AC units.
Yeah.
I went and took all the ice off all the snow off the AC unit because I didn't want it to freeze today.
Well, I'm just wondering, like on the neighborhood drainages, if maybe they should clean them out. So when it does melt, it goes naturally through.
Yeah.
Or if it stays frozen over it won't go through.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The one thing I think I can tell you, TC, the one thing I've identified in trying to get some of that snow and ice off and driving a little bit in it is that I think that ice is not that thick or not that high that I would expect that snow as it melts could move through.
I don't know.
But we'll try and find out, and stay tuned. We'll see if we can bring you more information about that.
Hey, just one quick question.
Sure, go ahead, TC.
Anybody reported from down the bayous on any type of fish kills, frozen fish, things of that nature? Because I know years ago it happened.
It really did. So I will try to find out, but I know with freezing weather again tonight, whatever we find out today, so we'll probably try to report that to you Thursday or Friday when we come on and share that.
Once or twice a week. I go fishing once or twice a week. I need to know.
I understand. Very important. Look, fishing industry is very important. Somebody who's worked as hard as you have and the many years that you put in cutting so many lawns and yards around the area, you deserve to get your fishing. We want to make sure it's good for you.
Hey, good. Keith, good talking to you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. God bless, TC.
All
right, brother. TC Canner, man. Good guy, really is. We're up against a break. We're going to do that. We'll be right back with our Cajun Snow Day here on HTV.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our offer team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0.9% APR on Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. Plus, get $2,500 allowance on this Sierra when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Looking to achieve a healthier lifestyle but have little time? The Terrebonne General Executive Health Program can improve your overall health for a lifetime in one visit. With little to no waiting, you get a whole year of wellness in one convenient location. Our preventative screenings increase your well-being by providing early detection against illness. With exceptional VIP service, you leave with a plan in hand to achieve a healthier lifestyle tailored for you. Call the Terrebonne General Executive Health Team at 985-850-6204 today.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
You got a
try this, and some of those. Ooh, and definitely that. You won't be disappointed, but just know you can only get it here. Up and down Louisiana's Cajun Bayou in Lafourche Parish. Y'all come visit? We're just 35 miles south of New Orleans. Hungry? Let's eat!
Sea-Level Construction is a heavy civil contractor that provides turnkey services for the industrial and marine industries. From building large-scale infrastructure to installing the foundation for expansion projects, Sea-Level and its family of companies offer a wide range of capabilities including driven piles, drilled deep foundations, structural fabrication, structural concrete, marine construction, barge maintenance and repair, site work development, heavy equipment repair services, and electrical services. Call Sea-Level Construction to set the foundations for your next big project.
Hello and welcome back again here at HTV coverage of this Cajun Snow Day. Our call-in number 985-879-1231. Again, your host Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care, right here in Terrebonne Parish. As my boss Braden Eshte said, it's time for you to come on home, and I did that. And now anybody that's at home or coming home and home of the surrounding areas in all of South Louisiana, we got snow. We had several inches of it. Mr. Jimmy called in, told us that we had 10 inches down in Galliano, according to the gauge that he had, a snow gauge, which is interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen a snow gauge, but I had a tape measure, and I walked out. Very difficult to walk out in my hiking boots and my wind pants, and I measured 15 inches of snow between my neighbor's house and my house. Now, I don't know if that was an exact measurement of exact snow that fell straight down, but both of our peaks of our houses face north and south, and so there was no snow coming off either of those roofs. So, to me, I think that may be an accurate reading, 15 inches of snow. What we know about this snow day that took place on, thankfully, my anniversary on January 21st, happy anniversary again, my dear wife, Melanie Marino Riche Weissite, very, very glad that she decided to marry me many years ago, 19 that is. And she ordered a snow day, which I'm thankful for. It was my present. And very happy for that. But that snow day on yesterday warranted more of an ice day today. And that has also warranted some closures. And so I want to let you know that in Terrebonne Parish School District, I want to let you know that the office buildings will be closed on Thursday, January 23rd and Friday, January 24th, due to the unsafe conditions on the roadways. Once the roadways are deemed safe to travel, district personnel will make an assessment of all the schools and buildings to ensure a safe return for all students and staff. Again, they ask us to continue to watch the district website and their Facebook page for any official updates. So again, Terrebonne Parish schools are closed for the school district on Thursday, the 23rd, I think, Thursday, and Friday, the 24th. So all of those schools are closed. We also have an update about Lafourche Parish schools. They are closed on Thursday. So here we are on Wednesday, Lafourche Parish School District school closure extended through Thursday. We don't know if that will include Friday or not, but I'm telling you right now that we've gotten updates from their website and an update from those guys over at Lafourche Parish that all Lafourche Public School, parish schools, and offices remain closed through Thursday. So we're very, very thankful for Mr. Martin and everything that they do, and to Mr. Orgeron as well for everything that they do with Lafourche and Terrebonne Parishes, both of those school systems. So again, we're encouraging people to stay off the roads. Again, we're not wanting the kids to be on the road. We don't want the buses on the roads until it's very safe. We're not going to know much more until after maybe middle of the day on Thursday. Several people have asked about roadways today. We know right now that it is cold. We know right now, I'm going to give you the updated temperature that we have. I'm sorry, Jay, go ahead. Oh, and right now I'm being told we're going to take a break. So we're going to be doing some short segments here again as we continue this Cajun Snow Day here at HTV. We'll be right back.
Trucks and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0.9% APR on Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. Plus, get $2,500 allowance on this Sierra when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Since 1911, the Pierre Parts Store has been your one-stop shop. Family owned and operated for 4 generations, the Pierre Parts Store has served the community by providing groceries, hardware, home products, and much more, including a full-service lumber yard. Now, we've added the Thibodaux store to the family with the same values and service we've delivered for over 100 years. The Pierre Parts Store and the Thibodaux store, our family serving your family.
Do you or a loved one need help dealing with opioid use? There is help nearby. Go to opioidhelpla.org. There you will find medication and outpatient therapy nearby. Telehealth may be available. Uninsured or on Medicaid, there's help. You can be prescribed medication like Suboxone in an office-based opioid treatment site. You keep your job. You work toward a healthy lifestyle, and we help you recover. Opioidhelpla.org. Help is closer than you think.
Let AJ Doman Chevrolet be your one stop for all your business needs in 2025. Whether it's a service body, a flatbed, or a chassis for a custom upfit, we got you covered. And we know time's important, so we have a large selection of work-ready trucks on hand. AJ Doman Chevrolet, servicing the area for over 35 years at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. AJ Doman Chevrolet, your business elite dealer.
You gotta try this. And some of those. Ooh, and definitely that. You won't be disappointed, but just know you can only get it here. Up and down Louisiana's Cajun Bayou in Lafourche Parish. Y'all come visit. We're just 35 miles south of New Orleans. Hungry? Let's eat!
Here at Rouse's, we have our own brands of products, which you'll find down every aisle of our stores. These are the best quality at the best price. They compare to the national brands we sell, but at a lower cost. Most are made right here, but we travel the world too. And we personally taste test and guarantee every item. So if our name's on the label, you can trust it's good. Rouse's brand, best quality at the best price.
Thrive in 2025 with a New Year deal from Terrebonne Ford. Choose from one of South Louisiana's largest inventories of new Fords. Take $10,000 off a new Super Duty. So come get your New Year's deal at Terrebonne Ford, because Terrebonne Ford delivers.
Leg pain, swelling, or ulcers can be signs of vascular disease in the legs. This lack of blood flow can lead to amputation if not treated. Varicose or spider veins may also be signs of venous disease and are more than just a cosmetic problem. Trust the most advanced team of leg pain specialists at Cardiovascular Institute of the South to reopen blockages in the legs and offer minimally invasive in-clinic vein treatments. If you experience leg pain, swelling, or have visible veins, schedule an appointment with us today at cardio.com.
Hello and welcome back as we have our coverage of this Cajun Snow Day. Now a little bit more of a Cajun Ice Day. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside. Very glad to have Martin on the desk with us. Welcome back, Martin.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been fun. I've been riding with Chad White, thanks to the Sheriff's Department.
Yeah.
Sheriff Tim Saunier, and there's a lot of snow, Keith. And for people that said, no, not a lot of snow, there's a lot of snow.
Yeah.
You've been seeing, I'm still waiting for my hand to thaw. I've been holding the camera out. It's different because you're rolling over ice.
Right. And you
so
can hear it.
It's a bumpy ride.
Right.
But, they're doing a great job. We're in a 4-wheel drive. I might have saw 3 cars on the road, which is great.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's cold. Wind down at 25 miles per hour. It's cold. Can you see it, folks?
Well, and I even mentioned that as you were filming, I'm thinking, and guys, just so you know, that's Martin filming with the window down and his hands outside of the window. That's cold anytime, but it's really cold, 25 miles an hour, 20 or less degrees.
I'd get up 5 and I'd be like a caged cat if I wasn't doing something. I've always told people I'd rather be out there.
Right.
But sometimes I'm on and you saw these shots. I'm sure read it. That's him scraping the bridge right by the hospital.
Yeah.
And we had some good shots of that. Tommy Boudreaux and his gang, also DOTD, they're all out there doing a great job.
They really are, and we appreciate it. The other thing that was really interesting is you can see here, that's not the road you're seeing. That's ice.
Yeah.
That's the ice. You're hearing that scrape over ice.
Yeah. And this was, we went up and we had 4-wheel drive naturally. We went up before, I don't know if y'all had played it early. We went up before they did.
Okay.
And, we don't recommend anybody do that. But
right.
Sheriff's unit has those big tires.
Yes.
And they catch. This is a powdery snow. It's easy to walk on.
Right.
But the problem is when it starts to melt and it's going to glaze over these streets, it's going to be like ice.
Yep. Yep.
Well, it's not like ice. It will be ice.
It is ice.
And you'll be sliding all over the place. So
yeah,
it's going to get more dangerous, I think, in the next 24 hours.
So quite frankly, people were asking, when can we get on the road? I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
You're not. Terrebonne Parish closed schools Thursday and Friday, and there's a reason for that. We don't want to be out there. And this freeze tonight, this hard freeze tonight is going to just solidify this ice, and it's just going to stay there.
And we're bringing them shots. We're going to show them shots.
Right.
Earl Savan with the Sheriff's Department provided us footage. I don't know if y'all had a chance to roll it in yet.
We did.
Okay,
we did.
good. And Chase Toops just sent me some aerial footage, drone footage. We're going to roll that. We have Dwayne, who's out there, Dupre, who's out there getting shots from other areas, Thibodeau, Napoleonville. He'll be in Houma too. So no need to leave. Just watch HTV, watch Facebook, and we're going to bring you these unprecedented shots, which you probably will never see again.
Yep. It was a very, very valid point that, this much snow, I never in my life imagined I would see it at all, but we'll probably never see it again.
No, it's just amazing. And these machines that they have, and Tommy Boudreaux and Norris and Boudreaux have been working frantically trying to get bridges cleared up. I've talked to him several times. And, God, just to the workers out there trying to keep everything clear, they're working very hard.
Right.
And it's a beautiful day, though.
Yes.
It's gorgeous outside.
Go outside and play. The snow's still there.
Walk out in your front yard, breathe the air for a second, and you'll realize the air's very heavy. You don't want to be in it. Go back inside. But we saw kids having snowball fights in their yard and all that. Knock yourself out.
Yep.
Just wear goggles.
Yeah, no
when
kidding.
you party ice.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
because especially today, as we're seeing, that snow is starting to become a little bit more like ice. And just be careful around your area. You will probably not be able to tell where the road ends and the ditch begins.
Right, that's exactly right. I was walking across the street this morning. I went checking another building about 4:30, and I said, well, let me walk across and take a picture. And I hit the curb, and I almost bit it.
Oh, my.
You can't tell. It's one even piece of snow.
That's right.
So
It's
you
just
got to be careful.
Constant
Look
snow.
at the snow he's pushing on the side.
Yeah,
of that
I was
car.
mentioning that as y'all were going through. It's remarkable that just that amount of snow right there in that lane is that's 1.5 feet, 2 feet of snow on the side right there. I mean, that's a lot of
I'm
snow.
really curious, Keith, to see what the final total will be. I'm hearing people say, no, it was only 6 inches, and no. Maybe in some areas it was 6 inches, but other areas, I mean, around my house, and I was measuring in the middle of the yard.
Right.
Probably 8 to 10.
Okay.
Different spot. Some people are saying they had 12 to 15.
I physically measured in between my house and Ricky and Margaret Johnson's house, walked over, because I went to clear off I had this much snow on top of my AC units.
Right.
And I thought, I want to take that off because it's going to freeze tonight, So I knocked all that off, and I'm walking back, and I'm thinking, man, it's like up to my knee.
Well, it's coming from the roofs too, right?
Well, but neither of our roofs go that way.
Oh,
Both of our roofs are north and south.
Gotcha.
15 inches.
It was all
on
being
the tape
funneled.
measure. Yeah, I think it was in. Yeah, so I don't think that that's a real assessment of what, because I think you're right. There was probably some wind that had blown that snow.
But it's still a lot.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to. It was to my knee.
Yeah. So
it's a lot of snow.
Look, Love you, love talking with you, but I'm going back out there.
All right, I'll hold the desk. You go get some more shots.
Yeah, now you can keep on going. Look at the icicles.
That's icicles right there off the building, HTV. Martin, we appreciate you.
I know it's in good shape with you, Keith, so you keep going.
Thank you, brother. You go do the same. Stay warm, Martin. All right, guys, that's Martin Foss, who is physically, literally heading back out into the field, into the cold, to bring you shots of this beautiful winter wonderland that we got right here on this Cajun Snow Day 2025. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more coverage right here on HTV.
It's the year-end wrap-up event at AJ Doman Chrysler Jeep Ram in Berwick. Take a look at this 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie 4x4. This truck comes with power running boards, panoramic sunroof, 12-inch touchscreen display, heated and cooled seats, and much more. $14,000 off MSRP. At AJ Doman Chrysler Jeep Ram, a short drive at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.
Pelican Waste and Debris is your local company. We don't just work here, we live here. Pelican meets every residential and commercial service need, offering roll-off, front-load, and compactor services. Ideal for hotels, restaurants, apartments, construction or industrial sites, and much more. We also make recycling simple and cost-efficient. Visit pelicanwaste.net or call us at 985-873-9553.
My name is Joshua Van Buren. I've been a firefighter for 14 years. A firefighter is a person who answers the call. It can be a mother, a father, a son, a brother. I think it actually chose me, honestly. I really wanted to find something that not just be a job. I wanted to feel like I was serving my purpose. It's almost like you a superhero.
At Terrebonne General Multi-Specialty Clinic, we're dedicated to your well-being. Our expert team of healthcare professionals offers convenient, comprehensive medical care in one trusted location. Whether you're dealing with common illnesses like cold and flu, diabetes, breathing issues, or need help managing your health, our caring and knowledgeable staff are here to treat your symptoms. Call 985-873-4729 or visit tghealthsystem.com to schedule your same or next day appointment.
Thrive in 2025 with a New Year deal from Terrebonne Ford. Choose from one of South Louisiana's largest inventories of new Fords. Take $15,000 off a new Expedition. So come get your New Year's deal at Terrebonne Ford, because Terrebonne Ford delivers.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of our Cajun Snow Day 2025. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. And again, our call-in line, 985-879-1231. Very glad that you're watching, however you may be watching, as our coverage continues of this winter storm that hit all of South Louisiana, and very much appreciated that. But we've got a caller on the line. We're going to go to them now. Hello, you're live with HTV.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm very good. How are you today?
My name is Hans. I'm originally from Wisconsin, and I called my brother who still lives up there, and I said, hey, come get your damn weather. We don't need this crap down here.
You came from Wisconsin, and you brought the weather with you.
Well, the thing is, I retired from the Army on service-connected disabilities from Vietnam.
Yeah. Wow.
And they drafted my butt up there. But the thing is, you know, he said we had about 9 inches by the house here in Houma, and he said that they had.
Take your time.
They had about 11. For 3 days in a row, it never got any warmer than 10 below zero.
Oh, my goodness. That's awfully cold. So we don't really know what that's like, but we got snow like they do in Wisconsin here, huh?
Oh, well, in Wisconsin, they average about 200 inches a year.
Wow.
Especially in the middle of the state where he lives, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
But the thing is, like, I know the quality of the construction of the houses. Most of these houses down here, you wouldn't want to have in Wisconsin because they're, you know, like the vents on the heating, they have them up to the ceiling.
Right.
And the houses they built there, the vents for the heat, are, you know, are baseboards, you know.
Yeah. I got you. Well, listen, you stay warm, okay?
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, he said, just consider it a free gift from Wisconsin, you know.
Okay.
So, yeah, enjoy it. It'll be a few years before we have any more.
I expect that too. All right, you take care. Thank you for calling us today.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And again, 9 inches or so that they said that they got. Martin and I were just talking about whether or not we really got 15 inches of snow between our houses or if that was more of the blown snow. We're going to try and get some more accurate updates. Here we're traveling down Barrow Street. Again, beautiful coverage. Those are some of the campers that are in the parking lot at the Civic Center, the Barry P. Bonvillain Civic Center. What's that, Jay? And that's Martin, as you can hear, telling us a little bit about Highway 90.
2 or 3 trees, I guess from the weight of the snow, just leaned over.
And so we can hear Martin a little bit there, but you can hear the crunch of the ice under the tires. Again, that 4-wheel drive, very large knobby tires that they have with the sheriff's office. But again, Martin with coverage, with his hand on a camera outside the window, freezing to bring us coverage, which we appreciate. So we'll just listen in as he travels down Highway 182, which is 182 near Barry R subdivision. And so kind of hard to hear the audio there. Just want to let you know he's showing the bayou side. And there he is with the audio. And here he is near the Barrios area where we think they got some 8 to 10 inches of snow. Again, there's one of those vehicles on the road, and they haven't seen many of those. Thank goodness. That's one of the 3 that Martin mentioned. And again, this is the backside of Sugar Mill subdivision. Excuse me. And look at the ice on top of those plants. And
Dr. Jerry and Miss Jean Haydale's old house.
And now we can hear that audio.
And they had snow way back, and I remember seeing the snow pictures. I spent a lot of time here when I was growing up. Well, Dr. Jerry would be smiling at this site today.
Yes, he would. Again, in this area, they got some 8 to 10 inches. They have the backyard where the tennis court is and the barn. And I'm sure there's lots and lots of ice and snow. Look at the snow back there. Wow. Wow. Look at the snow in the trees, guys. Remarkable. And again, you can hear the crunch on the street when he puts the window down to get footage for us. And here Martin is traveling near his house. I'm sorry, Jay, we got that up there. Again, our call-in number, if you're interested and want to share with us, 985-879-1231. Again, showing you some coverage of the Barrios area here with how snow-covered all of that is. Again, you can see the snow there on the ground as it's accumulated and the ice underneath it.
Here's the intracoastal on the east side. Then I'll pan here and I'll show you. Look how much snow fell in Terrebonne Parish. Just amazed at the amount of snow that fell here in the area.
Some beautiful shots of Barrios. That would be a cold chair.
You can see the powder falling from the oak trees. That's going to be a common sight here in the area.
Wow. Front yard's completely covered. Can't tell where the driveway is or where the ditches are. But you can see the sun coming through those trees. What a beautiful sight. Happy tonight. Driving through a winter wonderland. Again, as he films, you can hear the crunch of the ice as that truck makes its way back. Driving very slowly, but you hear the ice.
Looking at Mulberry Park, which was a very well-used park back in the day for everyone in Mulberry and Barrios. It's like a winter wonderland right now. Once again, hopefully the children had fun. I don't know if we'll see this amount of snow again for a long time. But never say never.
It's near Texas Avenue. Wow, look at the undisturbed snow.
This is another view of Mulberry Park, and as you can tell, people outside walking their dogs, people playing in the snow, children having a good time. Beautiful scene. Bayou Black heading west towards Gibson. Folks, driving in snow is not as soft as you think. Bumpy ride because of the ice. And I got a good officer who knows how to drive in it for sure. Chad White, I want to thank him again. I want to thank Sheriff Tim Sonnier for taking us on the tour so you don't have to leave your living room.
Again, as they're driving
Further
through.
down Bayou Black, beautiful scenes of snow on the banks. Bayou Black, very pretty sight. heading back towards town. As you can see, Orange Grove plantation, very scenic.
Beautiful.
Of course, behind here are the alligator farms. What a Bayou Black.
And again, our call-in number is our own Martin Falls is traveling Bayou Black right now. Call-in number 985-879-1231. Absolutely beautiful.
Call this Lake Snow. Looks like a lake, doesn't it?
This is live coverage that we got today around Martin Falls, out in the field with law enforcement, Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. So again, thank you, Tim Saunier, being able to partner with us as we always do. Very thankful as we take shots here and showing you the parish so you don't have to. Showing you here Little Bayou Black as Martin and representative from the Sheriff's Office here, making sure that they're bringing you all of this coverage so you can see it all right here on HTV, this winter wonderland, as multiple inches of snow falls here in Houma, Terrebonne Parish, Lafourche, Assumption, Morgan City, everywhere. St. Mary. Things looks like we're coming up on St. Anne Church. Catholic Church. Bayou Black. We appreciate the caller on the line. We're going to get to you as soon as we can. We want to keep sharing with you footage from Martin Falls here. On Little Bayou Black.
Cane fields covered in snow. There's waterproof in the background.
I said St. Anne. That was St. Anthony. I apologize. I should know all my Catholic churches. Beautiful.
first developed the property when it came to town.
The ranch. Horses, pond, and a tennis court.
This is where the old KHTV Channel 11 antenna was, right where that sound antenna is in the back. In the old building. It's used now, if it still stands, Mike St. Martin had purchased that property. Endless amounts of snow. Coming up to Mike St. Martin. Planted so many oak trees over the years. They're growing beautifully now. Before we get to the back of the residence. Scenes I don't think we'll maybe ever see again. Not like this anyway. Coming up to Mike's main residence. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The ginger always has flowers out there, but I'm sure she will have to replant quite a bit. But she will. Trees fell over. Weight of the snow. More scenic views. Somebody on that bobcat moving some snow, which is what I'll be doing later.
And now they're coming back into town from Little by Black. Chuck and Julia. And back to Dr. Jerry's office. And again, seeing homes like we've never seen them.
Timmy Ellen, there's a place, a lot of people get married here. That would
Right.
be a scenic wedding today. Tropical harbor townhouses. They don't look real tropical today.
They're back on Barrow Street.
Water heater and it's not working right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Y'all walking around checking out the snow?
Just checking it out, man. It's
enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, it's been a long
Definitely once in a lifetime, huh?
time. It's been a long time since I saw snow, and this is the most I've ever seen.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, y'all take care.
Y'all too, man.
Bye-bye.
And St. Matthews, beautiful.
Beautiful St. Matthews. Beautiful oak trees, old oak trees.
And again, we thank you for Martin being out there in the cold. You can kind of hear the wind a little bit and the crunch of the ice underneath. This a wonderful trip down by Black and over into Barry Awesome, Mulberry, and showing you all of those shots. We've had a patient that's been really patient with us, a caller. Is it okay to take that, Jay? All right, we're going to take a short break. We appreciate you very, very much. So stay on the line if you don't mind. We're going to come back to you as soon as we come back from this break, covering Cajun Snow Day 2025 here at HTV.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0.9% APR on Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. Plus, get $2,500 allowance on this Sierra when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Welcome to the Cypress Stop, your new Phillips 66 on the corner of 311 and Savannah Road. We have all your breakfast, lunch, and dinner needs with smoked ribs, smoked chicken, boudin, homemade pulled pork, and daily plate lunches. We have a very large selection of white wines, red wines, liquors, beer, tobacco, and premium cigars. Going fishing? We have your bait and tackle and the ice to keep your catch cool. Cypress Stop, home of the happy customer.
Living with constant pain in your back, the numbness in your legs, can be overwhelming. And the nerves running through the spinal cord require incredibly precise treatment. Headache and pain center specialists understand nerve pain, and it doesn't have to involve surgery. Before having major surgery on your neck or back, let's talk about your options and free yourself from pain.
Hi, I'm Martin False, the owner of HTV, and I just wanted to thank my team because each and every day we come in not always looking for the negative stories. We look for the positive stories. We have so many positive people and events that shape our area. So when you're tired of all the bad things happening in the world, tune into HTV for a little positive attitude. Thanks for viewing, and thanks to a great staff.
A new company with a lot of history. GIS Engineering has rapidly grown its brand around an experienced team of professionals. GIS Engineering is a full-service planning, engineering, procurement, and construction management company specializing in coastal protection and restoration, upstream and downstream industrial, and transportation infrastructure projects. Putting people first, GIS Engineering, a new company with a lot of history.
My name is Jacob Oquan. I'm a captain with the Houma Fire Department. I've been here for 22 years. A firefighter is someone who's dedicated to service. He lives to serve. Just have something inside of them that no matter what, they won't stop till the job's done. That's a firefighter. They live for the job
and they make a career. If you have a want to serve, a need to serve, you want to help people, you can be a fireman.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Cajun Snow Day 2021 as we cover the snow and ice that we're experiencing with this winter storm that has hit South Louisiana and the Gulf Coast region in general. Our call-in number 985-879-1231. Again, your host Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us, however you may be joining us. And we've had a caller on the line for a while now. They were very patient watching all of the coverage and all of the footage that Martin had. We're going to go to that call-in line now. Hello, you're live with HTV. Thank you for your patience.
Hi, how are you guys?
Very, very good. How you doing today?
I'm good. I just wanted to report from Berg Elementary School area.
Okay.
We had 12 inches plus in every spot that I measured in my yard.
12 plus inches everywhere in your yard down near Berg Elementary.
Every single spot. Yep.
Wow.
Everything was over 12. There was
Okay.
nothing under 10.
Okay, so when I measured 15 at my house, I wasn't crazy, right?
Nope, you're not
Okay.
crazy.
So
Unless
12
we all
inches
crazy.
down in Berg. You know, interestingly enough, you guys had got some of the first snow yesterday.
Yes.
So it was
big
snowing down in
band.
Berg, south of Homa, before it started snowing in Homa. And so that was some of the reports that we had gotten yesterday. So really cool. So I appreciate that very, very much. What did you guys do for the snow day yesterday?
Well, of course, we came out in it, and it
Okay.
was beautiful, and we danced around, took tons of pictures.
Ah,
we tried
nice.
to make snowmen, but,
Okay.
you know, it doesn't pack.
Right,
yet.
right.
Uh,
A lot of people
we're
had
all
trouble
learning.
making snowmen and snowwomen yesterday.
Yes, but today we're going to make a bunch of snow cats in the yard. So
Very
we're gonna
cool.
Try that out.
Awesome. Yeah, take some pictures, put that on Facebook, send them to us. That'd be awesome. We would love
sure
that.
will.
So very good. Awesome. We appreciate you. Thanks for the update. So 12 inches everywhere in your yard measured
Yes,
from the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, and
Thanks
again,
y'all
thank
for
you for your
riding around
patience.
and showing us.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
Say it again. Sorry.
Thanks for riding around and showing us Homa because we can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, just enjoy the day. You know, no need to get out on the roads. There's a lot of ice underneath that snow, as you know, as you walk in the crunch, huh?
Oh, and one other thing, there's
Yeah.
very low water pressure, so make
Oh.
sure everybody knows that
Okay.
our toilet's flushing, but it takes so long to fill up.
Okay. So, and you know, so many people had to run water. And so Mike Sully was really
Yes.
good coming on to let us know about how that was going, Mike Sober, about what to do. And he said that on the front end, water pressure goes down because so many people are running water constantly. And then on the back end, if there are any busted pipes, we tend to lose pressure. So keep watching on that. Let us know. If that gets worse, call us and tell us if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So a report from Berg, 12 inches everywhere in her yard. So she didn't just go in one place. She went everywhere. And so she marked it multiple times. 12 plus inches down in Berg. Rather remarkable. And so, again, we're encouraging people to stay off the roads. We brought you a lot of drone footage. Jay, do we have some more stuff we wanted to run from yesterday? Or were we going to send some stuff in from the day right now? And again, this is yesterday drone footage, again, by Chase Toops. And I'm just going to let the music run and let you enjoy this beautiful winter wonderland that we experienced yesterday with this beautiful cloud cover. Sometimes words can't describe it. That picture tells the story. Wow, very beautiful. Really great comment. Jason said, "How many commercials will we have in December next year that show some of our footage from now?" Some beautiful things, some beautiful sights. And again, just a remarkable day as we bring it to you. A remarkable event as we ask people to stay in. as we allow for those police vehicles that are prepared for and can handle, these kinds of things. And I know people have vehicles that can do that. And so we just encourage you to enjoy, stay in, spend time with your family. And so just really, really take advantage of the opportunities that we have with us here. So some beautiful coverage. We appreciate that. Very glad to have done that. Very glad for the phone call and to be able to do that. And we're going to continue to bring this to you, this beautiful coverage. This is, again, downtown. This is what it looks like downtown in Houma as we enjoy this day and these days where we get some rare things. A winter storm system that has come through that was a blizzard-like snowfall, snow falling sideways. And I got to tell you, it was really interesting to look out of the back of the house and see some of the snow kind of swirling off of the roof as snow is falling, and then to look in the front of the house where snow is actually coming sideways. It's like truly coming in with those gusts of wind. And that's the other interesting thing. I don't know if somebody wants to call and tell us. They can call in a little later. See some of the wind gusts that you got in certain areas. And we weren't as much concerned about the wind as we were about the snow, because the wind was just pushing some beautiful snow around. And we've seen flurries and we've seen maybe some snow on the ground. But in my lifetime, other than going up into the north, New Hampshire, in fact, I will tell you that we probably got as much snow here in Houma, in downtown Houma, as we did in Thanksgiving in New Hampshire for one of their snowstorms in the mountains. And I got to tell you, this snow was so much better because it was nice and fluffy and light. And that snow was very icy and kind of helped me learn how to drive in the ice a little bit. But we're very glad that you're joining us. Very glad to bring you this footage. Very happy for our partnerships on all the people that are bringing us drone coverage with Dwayne Dupre from here, with Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, and Martin Falls out bringing us coverage as well. We're glad you're doing it. We're glad to have it. We're going to continue showing you this Cajun Snow Day and today's Cajun Ice Day as we continue right here on HTV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0.9% APR on Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. Plus, get $2,500 allowance on this Sierra when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodaux, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Technology, a modern blessing, but a curse when issues arise. Rev Business is your human touch in the digital world, with personal support and meaningful solutions to your real-world challenges. We are a local team who will do whatever it takes to keep you up and running. Sign up for internet, hosted phone, and security with our no-risk 90-day guarantee. For internet, hosted phone, and security, experience the difference of working with Rev Business. 90 years of connecting Louisiana.
Our bayous are staples of our Southern culture. They have been a source of food, transportation, recreations for generations. Our crews will continue hard working to clean the bayous and keep Terrebonne beautiful in the present and for the future.
Litter doesn't just look bad, it also impacts our drainage systems, ecosystems, and wildlife. Keeping our bayous clean means keeping our drains clean and preserving our wildlife and cultural heritage.
Our bayous are the heart and soul of our parish. That's why I'm proud to announce TPCG's Bayou Revival Campaign. Together, administration with Public Works and Solid Waste will be working to clear debris and litter out of our 5 main bayous. Together, we can move Terrebonne Parish forward. Lash Pala Patat.
Working together on a common goal improves neighborhoods, communities, and the parish as a whole.
You can do your part
to support our Bayou Revival initiative by volunteering at local cleanup events, disposing of trash properly, and encouraging your friends and family to take pride in our parish.
It happens just once each year, and it's now in progress at Lewis Mohana Furniture. It's not just select specials. Wall-to-wall midwinter clearance price reductions are clearly marked on every item in every department. Save 50% off select Stearns & Foster, Spring Air, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic bedding. Save up to 76% off in their clearance center. New furniture, mattress sets, accessories, area rugs, outdoor furniture, nothing's held back. Plus, interest-free financing's available. It's happening now. The wall-to-wall midwinter clearance at Lewis Mohana Furniture in Berg.
Hello and welcome back to HTV's coverage of this Cajun Snow Day. Again, Keith Weissite. Very glad you are joining us. And back in the studio, back in from the code, Martin Foss.
Tell you what, I went down Grand Caillou.
Okay.
And I want to thank Chad White with the Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Tim Saunier for taking care of us. And saw a lot of city PD out there. Saw a lot of people working the scrapers. Now, Grand Caillou's a little different. They had a lot more traffic.
Okay.
People starting to come out there. They had a convenience store that was open.
Oh, okay.
So they were all going to the convenience store.
Gotcha.
And the road, you'll see the roads are starting to ice.
Okay.
Because now I think it was 32 degrees when we pulled up in the back here. It's going to melt. Then tonight it's supposed to be 17 again.
Yep.
And it's going to freeze.
Yep.
That's when it becomes dangerous.
Yep. So we really need people, certainly, to be safe and do that. And again, part of where you guys were, again, some drone coverage here. Where's this, Jay? In Gray by Troop C.
Yeah.
So, again, like you said, some traffic there from Troop C, of course, those guys coming in and out, taking care of us and taking care of what we need. But, man, just the snow that we saw, your footage as well, just how thick that snow is.
Yeah. And I want to thank Troop C. They're taking Dwayne Dupre around.
Right.
So, that's the sheriff right there. I'm
Okay.
going to talk to the sheriff
Very
while
good.
you handle it.
Very good. We're going to take care of this, guys. Martin's going to handle this phone call with the sheriff. Very important for him to do. So, again, we got coverage here, and I'm just going to let you enjoy this coverage. And we're again, these partnerships matter, as Martin is, again, thanking the sheriff for all of his help and work, all of this drone coverage brought to you by the Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. And again, Chad White driving Martin around today so we can get additional coverage for you. And so we are very glad to have with us by phone. This is Sheriff Tim Saunier. Go ahead, Sheriff.
Sheriff of Terrebonne Parish, Tim Saunier. And Sheriff, I'll let you tell the people right now.
All right. So just a quick update. I mean, we're still watching the weather and it's starting to warm up a little bit, but it's going to get back to freezing temperatures. But I know the school districts, they're going to be closed Thursday and Friday. That's been put out. And also there's a boil water advisor in areas on the east side of the parish, and that's put out by Consolidated Waterworks. And we put it on the sheriff's office page, so if people are wondering about it, they can go to our page and get that information so they know.
Yeah, we'll get Jay to mimic that on ours, and appreciate it. Sheriff, we were riding around. Thank you so much for helping us out to document it, because it's important to document it. It also allows people to stay at home and watch instead of getting on the road. But of course, it looked like the east side had a lot more car activity because they had a convenience store open, so they're all trying to get there. But, so just how's things looking on your end?
Well, you're starting to see a little bit of melt, and you see a little